What it do, y'all? What's good, YouTube? What's happening, everybody? If y'all can hear me, press one. My mic is right, press one for me in the chat. Let me know if I'm loud and clear, ready to go. The audio is good. Let me know in the chat. Salute to everybody that's pulling up in the building. Another stream, another day stream, early stream for you guys. I want to talk about Cam Whitmore and the situation with the Houston Rockets as far as the trade rumors. I've been hearing some things about a 17 deal that could possibly happen with the Houston Rockets and several other teams involving Cam Whitmore and maybe Jock Landale as well. But yeah, I want to talk about Cam Whitmore, man, because he's one of those young, talented guys that he's a piece, a core on the team that we really want to. I really want to see get some shine, get some, action with this squad, especially with the rival of Kevin Durant, KD. I really want to see, man. What up, everybody in the building? I'm good. I'm good. Bet. Salute. Let's get the lights up. Let's get the lights up. Salute to everybody's in the building. Good to see y'all in the chat. But yeah, like I was saying about the Cam Whitmore situation in the Houston Rockets, man, I think this is going to be a big deal for the Houston Rockets. Hold on, real quick. Y'all say y'all can hear me, right? What's good? What's good, chat? Y'all say y'all can hear me, right? So, like I was saying about Cam Whitmore, man, yeah, man, I don't want to see Cam go. I don't want to see anything of that nature happen. And when you hear about a team like the Lakers being involved in this situation, Cam Whitmore, man, a young talented guy that we need a spark off the bench, a go-to scorer, somebody that knows how to get buckets. You need that spark off the bench, like I just said, young, athletic, only 20 years old, going into 21 years old in his career, man, and third year in the season with the Houston Rockets under Ime Udoka. So I don't want what to do, Chad, what to do. I don't want to see the young brother leave or go anything like that, first and foremost, but I am on this type of wave where the Houston Rockets are in win time mode. We talked about it last stream. We, what I'm saying, gonna continuously talk about it as far as the Rockets being contenders, legitimate contenders in the West. Some teams that's made some moves. That's doing the same thing as well as the Rockets. But for us to really become legitimate contenders and have a core piece, a core guy like Cam Whitmore to be a part of that, man. You want him to buy into what's going on, man. And what I'm saying is he ready? Is he ready to be that guy off the bench for us? Is he ready to be that guy, that go-to guy off the bench, the spark plug that's buying into winning ways when your number's not called, when you playing defense, you're doing other things to really step up for the team, playmaking, making the right decisions, taking the right shot selections and everything. He can keep things for the Rockets, defense first and foremost. And when it comes, Ime Udoka, as far as his coaching, as far as like playing time, as far as his, scheme of things, Cam Whitmore is a guy that I would love to see have more shine, have more, you know, starters type minutes into the season. But if it's something that Ime Udoka sees, that he knows, that he's trying, and Raphael Stone as well, if they're trying to make a move where, Cam Whitmore is not prepared, he's not up to the motor where we're trying to win mode time, and he's not there yet, then we can get something. But from what I'm hearing, I don't know what we can get back for Cam Whitmore. I don't know what exactly the Rockets could really possibly come back and re-up from a Cam Whitmore situation. Especially with the non-player assets that's been ex- talked about along with Cam Whitmore. But I can't see Cam Whitmore going to the Lakers, man. I can't see Cam Whitmore going to the Lakers. You're giving them a young prospect wing. Jock Landale might be thrown in there as well because of the Clint Capella's uh, sign and trade deal or anything like that. So yeah, man, I'm just, I'd rather hold on to Cam Whitmore this season, see how it goes, see how he portrays in the start of the first 25 games of the season, 20 games of the season. We gonna rock out and see what it is. But overall, man, this Rockets team is on another trajectory and they on some win time, bro. Period. They on some win time. And when you see articles like this, uh, well, not as far as articles, but you see posts saying that Cam Whitmore is being shopped around, talked about. Uh, shop. I can't shop him around to the Lakers. I can't give Lakers that is. They was right there at the number 3 seed. They just got DeAndre Ayton. I heard some Andrew Wiggins situation for the Lakers. So you giving them another young prospect, another young gunner that can come off the bench for them, but you don't want to hold on to them. And we have them right here in Houston when we competing as well. I just don't see that side of it. I'd rather hold on to Cam Whitmore, but at the same time, if it's Ime Udoka, know some things about his character, about his preparation for the game, his focus for the game. Like we got Jalen Green up out of here. You upgrade on that position off the bench. You just signed Durant Finney-Smith, right? And we talked about that too. We talked about that as well. Durant Finney-Smith being on the team, being signed. And I like the move. I like the move. I told everybody, I told all you guys I like this move. I love this move, the Durant Finney-Smith move. I love the signing. You pick him up, you steal him from the Lakers. You don't want them to steal our young guy, but adding Durant Finney-Smith, a two-way wing coming off the bench, possibly starting as well, depending on how that scenario goes. But what you get from Durant Finney-Smith is a knockdown shooter. He shot 41% for the three last year. He's a 3-and-D guy. He's hungry. He's 32 years old. He's mature. He's active. He could take defensive missions, switch from the 1 through 4. I seen it. We seen it. So I love the pickup for the Houston Rockets. Like I said, that was one of my main pickups. If we're going after a shooter, you lose Dylan Brooks, you lose Jalen Green, you pick up Kevin Durant. But everybody question, where's that extra defensive player going to come from? Where's that extra piece going to come from defensively, perimeter wise? KD is 37 years old. Then you pick up mature Durant Finney-Smith for the wing. You pick him up, and that's a hell of a signing, man. That was a hell of a signing. An insurance policy for the Rockets if somebody in the wing goes down. Tyrese Easton's situation, his health scenario with his legs and legs and things like that. So you get a guy like that, and you pick up the defensive end on Dylan Brooks, what we was missing, and what we're not missing, but what we let go for the trade for Kevin Durant. You pick up Durant Finney-Smith, and it's good to go. It's good to go. It's good to go. So I love that signing. I like that signing. Clint Capella as well, signed to the Rockets. But as far as everything in the Rockets totality, man, Ime Udoka, man, he's making some moves. You know what type of mission he's on. He's ready to win, man. He's ready to win. If we just cater into favorite players, you gotta let that slide, man. You gotta let that go. You gotta let that go. You gotta think about what Timothy Fertitta and Raphael Stone are doing. They pushing the place. We was in phase 2 in the last 2 years. Now we in damn near phase 5 right now. He said just trade him to the Eastern Conference. Yeah. I mean, I won't mind getting some pieces from him if it's a situation where Ime Udoka's not. Hold on, this another thing, man, because I seen the guy Big Sarge mention this. Big Sarge, shout out to Big Sarge, pretty vocal guy in the locker room, as far as the media presence. But Big Sarge says Cam Whitmore is one of the most talented players that the Rockets have. Him and Ime butted heads often because Cam has Ime Udoka's attitude, and Ime Udoka wants him to use all the fuel, but don't let it block his growth. Plus, Cam is young, so he's still learning. Right. Youth is not an excuse when it comes to Ime Udoka, though. If we don't want to put no age limit on it, we going into the 3rd year for the Houston Rockets. and Cam Whitmore and Ime Udoka. Ime Udoka drafted him. Yes, he was a top 5 pick projectedly, but he wasn't. You know what I'm saying, and everything like that. But I do agree that Ime Udoka likes that attitude, likes that hunger, likes that fire from the young dude, Cam Whitmore. And, you know, at the same time, Cam shows that he was bigger than the team in my focal point, in my eyes, my perspective. He was carrying himself, presenting himself like, yeah, I deserve these minutes. The highlights, the flashes, and everything like that is granted for playing time, but at the end of the day, is that catered to winning for the squad? You know, what if you do have to take some cut some minutes because Durant Finney-Smith having a good game, having a better game, a better shooting game, a better defensive game, better all around game. You know, Cam Whitmore, I think he is just a spark plug at this point. You know, he's a spark plug, a scorer off the bench. Is he worthy of starting? I don't know. But I know he does that. You feel me? So at the end of the day, when it comes back to Ime Udoka, I think he's just on some win time, man. He ain't playing around. He's not playing around. He's not doing any of that. You know. So at the end of the day, man, how y'all feel about Cam Whitmore and the possibilities, the uncertainties of him getting traded, man? Do y'all feel like Cam Whitmore should be traded? Do y'all feel like we should hold on to him? How y'all feel about it, man? I want to hear what the people got to say. Hold up, real quick. So yeah, man, I'm gonna drop the link. See what y'all guys got to say, man. So I want to talk about it, man. Not just from a Rocket standpoint, overall standpoint, man. Like I said, I heard about the Lakers being interested in the 17 sign and trade, possibly with Jot Landale. Other teams could be involved at the same time. So with me, man, I'm standing on the squad. Y'all know me, man. I stand on the squad. If it's best for the Houston Rockets, it's best for the Houston Rockets. I'm not the coach. I'm not the GM. I can only talk about what they present on the court for us. And I have seen this team for the past 4, going on 5 years with this rebuild shit. And I've seen great progression from the mindset of Raphael Stone and Ime Udoka. Timmy Fertitta, he's gonna do his job too. Stay out the way and help and do his job, man. He say he's not coming back around until we in championship and we won the championship. And that's what we talking about. That's what we getting at. That's what we getting at. So yeah, man. First guest on the panel, the homie King. King, what's up with it, man? Salute.
Zed, what it do, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good, you good. Can you hear me on your end?
Yeah,
Mic too
yeah,
low
yeah.
on your end?
Nah, I got you.
Okay, bet. Man, what you got on everything with the Cam Whitmore? In my opinion, is an uncertainty right now. What you got on the news and everything? What you got on the topic?
Well, look, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to the chat. Uh, as it is, I'd like to keep him. Like I said when we first made the KD trade, me personally, I had Cam in the starting lineup. I didn't see them other lineups that they threw out there. You know, with Almond at the 2 and KD at the 3. Me, I had Cam at the 2, Almond at the 3, and KD at the 4, and was bringing Jabari off the bench. So me, I like to keep him, honestly. I just, want him to get his mind together and fully buy into the team and not just be worrying about his own individual stats and numbers and shots, you know what I'm saying? But to play defense, be a willing passer, and let the offense come to him as opposed to being a black hole. That being said, unfortunately, I don't feel like the Rockets really got the cap space nor the assets to get something, you know, in a trade for him that's gonna make sense for the team. Because just getting rid of him for draft picks, we don't even want draft picks right now. Like we trying to give draft picks away. We just gave away 5 second rounders to one team. From what I understand, in the Capella signing, we're gonna have to give up another conditional draft pick, you know, second round draft pick or whatever, for Capella. So getting rid of him to get more draft picks that we don't want to really use right now don't make no sense. My pie in the sky is for us to try and get Malik Monk out of Sacramento. Now we could get Malik Monk
How much is Malik Monk making? Do you know?
18 million.
18 on the thing.
Yeah. Even if we threw in Landale with him, it ain't enough. Jay Sean Tate, all them dudes we just signed, I don't even know if we could trade them right now. And even if we could, they own $3 million deals, you know, so the money still ain't gonna be there. But that's my pie in the sky to add to the team. But other than that, bro, I say we keep him, fam.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I say we keep him as well. It's just the upside of his talent off the bench. Like you mentioned him starting, and it could possibly happen. It could possibly happen. And we don't know what can happen. He can have a hell of a year, and something. I don't want to speak that term, but something could happen, just like the Ahmed Thompson and Jabari situation. He could get that starting position in front of whoever. But for us, Cam Whitmore, man, I want that mindset that he's trying to win with the team, not just no individual accolades, because he want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go down that road with Cam, and if he ain't on no win time, I can see what Ime Udoka and the Rockets trying to do, trying to open up the phone calls to see what they can get for him.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you, bro.
That's the best. Stay right there, homie. I got Laro up next. Laro, what's up with it, Laro?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up with it?
Man, look, right now, I don't even see what the urgency is for it. I mean, especially if it's the same draft pick's gonna be there when once it's time to trade during the regular season. I mean, he could come out here with a different mentality and change a whole bunch of things unless his camp has actually maybe expressed to the Rockets that he's ready to move on. I mean, that could possibly be the case, especially when you have somebody who's second all team defense. I mean, first all team defense, and is known around the league as being the next one up. Him and his brother were not more of a men anyway. I mean, you sitting there, you directly behind that guy. I mean, it's probably not looking too good for you, especially since you probably want to be in that man's spot. So if he's the kind of guy and they can already read it that, I mean, I need to get mine, and especially seeing he gonna want to get paid next off season, be thought about it, potentially getting a nice little contract or whatever, right? It's it's kind of hard for the. I think they probably be thinking they could be doing him a favor, especially seeing how he'll get a chance to go out and show his game. Because right now, I mean, I don't really see a lot of minutes for Cam right now, man. Especially if they brought in Finney-Smith. Um, I, I mean, we said the other night. You said the other night that you thought it was a good move or whatnot. That would be a good player added to the team. I mean, I don't know that much about his game. I mean, I hear people talking like glowingly about him or whatever, right? So I just can't see the attitude being that bad to bear for Ime to want to get rid of him for a couple of draft picks, man. I mean, that just don't make too much sense to me right now, man. I just hold on to him and see how he play in the first half of the season, man. His attitude don't change. What you might get a late round draft pick versus a second round draft pick. I mean, people can still see he has talent. Hopefully, he can pull it together, man. But this looks bad, man. Just to be like, man, you know what? It's gonna be addition by subtraction by getting rid of it. That's basically what they're saying right now. So I don't know what the problem is. I mean, maybe something will come out once the trade happens or whatnot. If a trade does happen,
Right.
But I mean, he was definitely somebody who I was counting into our 9-man rotation. But I
No,
mean,
I'm on the same page. But you mentioned Durant Finney-Smith. Like I said, I do like that signing. He's like an upgraded Tyrese, and if Tyrese and don't, have a full-fledged season. And at the same time, he shot 41% from the three. We was missing the Dylan Brooks aspect defense. He's a caliber starter. So if he's coming off the bench right now for us, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? And if Cam Whitmore is still on the team or whatever the case may be, he's that two guard for me. Y'all already know I feel like Cam Whitmore is that two guard, that two guard punch off the bench. But his attitude, his presence, and everything like that, if he wasn't ready to be that after, what I'm saying, I know he was hungry for a Jalen Green spot, but if you bringing in Kevin Durant and you have these other guys in front of you, you're not gonna start in front of Alvin Thompson as a two guard, all right? Depending on the power forward situation, they're gonna start Tyrese and or Jabari or finish. Like, you're not gonna start, in my opinion, over those guys unless you have a breakout hell of a quarter of a season. So by that being said, man, I'm with you. I'm willing to hold on to Cam because of the upside and everything like that. And I'm not willing to give him up to the Lakers or no team like that, knowing that we have him on our roster and we just giving another team that was number 3 in the Western Conference a punch off the bench. So hey, man, stay right there, Laro. I'm gonna get to the next guest. Hey, Dre, what you got, Dre? What it do?
Shit, what's up, y'all? What's up, man?
What's up with it?
Uh, man, like, we shouldn't, dog. I think he got too much talent, and I especially believe that we need him, you know, for what he can believe, what we can believe to have, which is scoring. And I think that he's gonna become a much better dribbler, and attacking the basket off of closeout. And what I see from Reed, you know, I don't see him getting and Durant and Smith ain't gonna be like that coming off the bench, and you know what I mean. And I think that Cam can give us that punch we need when shit ain't going right, especially coming off the bench, giving our guys a blow. You know what I mean? And you look at it like this: KD does, unfortunately, he does have a track history of getting them knick-knack injuries, twisted ankles here and there, soreness, in the knees, stuff that keeps him out. And we're gonna need that scoring, sporadic scoring off the bench. And I think Cam provides that, to a T from us, from the standpoint of what we need, especially off the bench or in a pinch. This is one of the concerns that I was, trying to bring up the other night, was what our lineup is going to be like. You know what I mean? And starting and and off the bench. Because with the way we constructed, I knew Allen was going to be starting. I knew Dora Finn was going to come to our bench because there's no reason with us to give Jabari that much money and have him coming off the bench. You know what I mean? Dora Finn was always going to be a bench player, and with Cam, he was going to be the two. I thought he was going to be the 2 to 3, but he's going to be most definitely be the two. And you know what I mean? Like I say, and if you look at that bench unit, if you going straight by teams and shot troops, you're gonna need somebody like Cam that can come off the bench because they gonna chase Reed off them screens. Like you've seen that's their game plan, and night in, night out, it's all rookie year. You know what I mean? And I don't believe that he's gonna be able to consistently get to the basket to keep the defense honest. You know what I mean? Like that mid range jump is nice. I believe it's going to get better, but what I mean, we need a more reliable score, and I think Cam can be that. You know what I mean? Because they're going to close out him and do a finish. So he can get to the basket on a you know what I mean, on a closeout, but he can't attack the defense. I believe Cam can, and he's the only one that's really going to give us that besides Tari, and I think he has the better chance of the upside for us to keep us in the games. Trying to keep it competitive and hold on to leads. So
Right.
I don't want to see him go to another team, bro.
He did it this season. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you just spoke of, the punch out the bench, everything like that. He was doing it. So I don't know what
Hmm.
really happened. Like I said, I put it up the big Sarge scenario about him and Ime Udoka butted heads at one point in time or throughout the season as far as certain things they didn't agree on, but he's an Ime Udoka guy. And so if you can coach that up out of him and really bring that monster up out of him, we good. And I think Ime Udoka can. He knows players coming from the Popovich tree and just look at his whole culture. You know what I'm saying? So I believe it's some room to breathe with Cam Whitmore. But Let me get to the next guest, Terrell, real quick. Hey, Terrell,
Go
what's
ahead.
up with it, man? What you got on it, man?
What up, Green and the panel, man?
What's up?
I just believe, man. I was with King, man. I had Cam in the starting lineup, man. To be honest with y'all, man. Going off what Laro and what everybody else was saying, man. Because if he feels some type of way about taking Armin's spot, don't get me wrong. He just got to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just don't want to send him to the Lakers, bro. They looking for something like that, bro. Like you kind of build them out if you get up Cam Whitmore. If you ask me, like if we are gonna move him, we should move him to the Eastern Conference or somebody who will upstart team where he can grow like that. Because if you go to the Lakers, eh, they looking for somebody like him. Put it like that. They looking for somebody like him, and I'll let somebody else go, man.
Yeah, man, I'm with you, dog. Cannot let him go to the Lakers, bro. You know, they wanted an extra center. You feel me? They just got the homie, the guy Aiden. You know, so they lost a wing, but you bring in a guy Lavaria, Cam Whitmore could easily start over him. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. However they work that shit out, but I don't want to send a Cam Whitmore to a team like that. You send him to the East, and best of luck to you. But uh, at the end of the day, man, it's a crazy situation right now, man. It's a crazy situation right now because you don't win time mode, but you at the same you don't want to play around with it, on some because you got to develop Reed Shepard too and give him the spotlight, your number 3 draft pick, and give him some minutes. And you know how Cam is. He out there. It's time to go. So, hey, man, let me get to the next guest and the panel open. Hey, Genius, what you got, Genius? Bless up. Bless up.
Bless up to the panel, man. Hey, man, let me just say this real quick, man. I think we're mismanaging Cam Whitmore's position, and maybe I'm using the wrong word when I say mismanage. But right now, Cam is not a shooting guard, bro. He doesn't have the handles for a shooting guard. And if you look at the Rockets' depth chart, he's not even listed as a guard. He's listed actually number 3 behind uh Jabari, Dorian, Finney-Smith. He's number 3 in the forward, and I'd probably even put him at 4 because you got to factor in Tari Eason as well. Because those are the 2 guys that's going to get the bulk of the minutes behind the starters. That's Tari Eason and Dorian Finney-Smith. So, uh, from a Rockets perspective, it's tough to lose a guy like that because he's so talented. But the truth is, he's not a shooting guard right now. He could develop into it, but he's not right now because if you looked at his handles last year, he doesn't handle the rock that well. He's more of a play finisher right now. He's not a play starter. And he doesn't replace what Jalen Green did, which is Jalen Green was probably our most effective play starter last year. We replaced that with KD, but we don't have anything behind KD as far as that is concerned, unless you're gonna hope that Armin Thompson can take that next step. But that's definitely not gonna be Cam's role. In terms of from Cam's perspective, I think this is more from his team that he's coming up for extension next off season. He doesn't want to get buried behind these guys, and that's gonna affect his bread, bro. So his team is probably looking for a better situation for him. So I don't think it's necessarily the Rockets want to move him. I think it's more his team that's probably pushing for this because he's been frustrated, and obviously his team is going to be looking at what's best for their client. And I don't think that the Rockets are going to be able to give him the runway to actually be the best version of himself right now. And that's just the fact, bro, because we've now entered into phase 3 of this thing, which is winning mode, championship. And as you just said, we have Reed Shepard to develop. And the only reason why Reed Shepard is going to get the benefit of the doubt is because Reed Shepard actually does more than just shoot. He actually has a better handle. He has good court vision. He's the person they're trying to develop behind Fred to be the point guard. Who are they really trying to develop Cam to replace? It's not been identified yet because he's not going to replace Jabari. He's not going to replace Tari right now because they're just better defensively than him. So we have to look at who is ahead of him. and think about what makes sense for him as well. Because yeah, I'd love to keep him. He has all the talent in the world, but he's probably just not going to maximize that in this current situation. I don't see it, and obviously, he's thinking about that as well. My only problem is I don't want him going to nobody like the Lakers. Send him to a team that he's gonna get the minutes. Like that would probably be, a bottom half team, get some draft compensation back, but just to trade him to the Lakers for a couple of stopgap pieces, I think that's like mismanaging the asset of Cam Whitmore. So I hope that they actually, if they're gonna move him, get some picks back or something like that from a team that is not gonna be in our way, because that's something you don't want. But I'm gonna leave it there for now.
No, the panel open now, but as
Well,
far as that, man, I don't want to send him to the Lakers at all. I still believe he has a major
why?
upside for the Rockets.
Why is everybody scared to send Cam to the Lakers?
It's
Now,
not that
now,
we
Because
now.
scared. I just
he's one
don't
of our
want to.
direct
Hold on,
competition.
hold
It's just
on. I don't. It's
my
not
bad.
that we scared, King. It's like I don't want to send them to the ops when they have the same trajectory of being a good team as well. As far as their season goes, I don't want to get. I don't want to help them out. Put it like that.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that Cam helps them. What they need, what they lacking right
Yeah,
now is perimeter defenders. He's not no perimeter defender.
Off the
He
bench,
got
he's
bad
decent.
body language.
He's young.
He's not a good team defender. He's not a good individual defender. His body language is bad. He hasn't shown to be a good teammate up to this point. He does have those and see, I
But
think
King, I'm talking about. I don't know if he's gonna get the opportunity to start. I mean, to start, but off the bench, that's a power punch for the Lakers.
I
And then
mean
they
he could
talking about get Andrew Wiggins as well. So if Andrew Wiggins is starting for the Lakers or whatever the case, if that happens, hypothetically, if that happens, then you have a young Cam Whitmore off the bench for the Lakers. Come on, man. I don't want that at all. When he can stay over here with us and do that, but he's gonna want some starting playing time with us.
well, I mean he could be a punch for them off the bench. That's what we want him to be here. But he could also be the black hole that he's been here in Houston, where every time he touched the ball, he gonna shoot it no matter what. He gonna go to the rim and try and go up over top three people. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that in his game. That's why I said I'm hoping that he got his mind right and he's willing to play team basketball on both ends of the court. He hasn't shown much of that. And people have revisionist history, but last year, didn't he start out the year like one for his first 15 threes? And that's what got him benched.
I don't know if that's what got him benched, but he wasn't doing other things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was
it was
bad
the dumb
from the
mistake.
from the
It was
bad.
the dumb play.
Yeah, he was bad from. He started off slow from the three, but I think it was his overall gameplay, not getting back on defense, and what I'm saying, play. Making key moves and stuff like that. I don't necessarily think it
Lagging.
was. I'm lagging,
Well, yeah, bro.
No, no, I'm
Look,
saying Cam was lagging. Like he like what I'm saying, we'll get back on D.
nigga. You lagging.
Power
Your
his head
Wi-Fi
down and
messing.
shit, running, slow foot.
You turn your Wi-Fi
No,
off,
no,
bro.
no, no. I was talking about Cam was lagging on defense. No, I'm at work.
oh,
Nah,
No, I'm at work.
yeah. That's what I'm
but
saying. You
yeah, you
started
started
lagging.
breaking up.
You started breaking up, bro.
Oh, my
But
But
bad.
nah,
No, I was saying Cam be lagging on defense. Yeah.
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right, right, right.
yeah, nah, bro. I want Cam here, bro. And Green, you remember, I was big on him coming out the draft. Now I heard Genius say that he can't replace Jalen because of his handle. I don't know that he has to be the exact player that Jalen was, because even if Jalen was here, his role would be completely different when you have KD on the team. He's not going to necessarily be asked to start the offense. But if you can have him coming off of screens and pin downs and curls and stuff like
Hey,
that, where he can
hey,
just
hey,
catch and shoot,
how about this,
or
King? How about this though? Not to cut you off, OG.
no, you
Pat,
good.
Pat say if the Lakers give us Down Connect, trade him. Shit.
Uh,
That
Down
ain't gonna
Connect,
happen.
Down Connect is the worst defender, but they've been trying to get rid of Down Connect.
That's what I'm saying.
The Lakers been trying to get
Hey,
rid of Dalton
We,
Connect since
that
last
that
year. They've
makes a
been
lot of
taking him
sense
every.
though, Green.
but if Dawg Connect can come over here and be a spot up shooter, and you know,
Yeah, but
he,
he a worse
he's
defender than
older,
Cam.
but it's team defense
But
as well.
we don't
You can
need
lock,
defense.
lock
Shit.
in. You can lock in on defense.
Hey, can I say this real quick? But because you made a great point there, Green. That's the type of player I would trade him for. Somebody who is on the same type of rookie scale deal with
Mm-hmm.
with a need, which he has the shooting which we need, but at the same time, I'm kind of thinking that the Rockets are right up against the first apron, right? And they're likely going to go over that next year. Cam Whitmore is due for an extension next year. No, so we're in a time right now where we're also thinking about, are we likely to extend Cam Whitmore? Maybe Rafael Stone looks at this and says, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to keep him next year versus Dalton Connect. And this is just a hypothetical. Dalton Connect is a year behind Cam in terms of asking for a renewal. So maybe they're trying to pivot because maybe they know they're not going to be able to extend him because of the cap situation right now. Because you got Tari Eason who's going to be extended. You got Armin coming up right in the same draft class as Cam. So it could be a forward-thinking move as well because we're really not going to be able to extend all of these guys. So that may be a situation that Cam finds himself in now as well because
Yes.
he's not going to want some little chicken feed type of money. He's going to look for something because I can tell you this: Cam thinks very highly of himself based on the way he moves and stuff. You know, he definitely visions himself
Yeah,
as a top 5 pick.
yeah, he feels like he's that guy. He's him.
Exactly.
You know, Dawg Connect. If you do a swap with that, I would love that as far as like what he brings, and that's shooting. And he's older at the stage of his career. I know he's going into his second year now, but he's like what 24 years old or some shit like that. So he can buy into a pace, a system where we just need you to knock down open shots. We have Dory Finney-Smith, Tyrese, and Jabbar, whoever you out there on the court with. We don't need you to be locked in that mode as far as trying to go get it. But we can see Dawg Connect lighting that gym up when he just catching and shooting wide open shots when KD's handling the mid-range shots. Y'all seen an interview with KD and LeBron James and Steve Nash. He was saying he want to operate in that mid-range. So if he get in some double team trouble, I'm gonna have to kick it out to some guys. You feel me, like that on some desperation stuff. But if I'm the guy to go to, I'm KD. We ain't looking for Jalen Green no more for that. I'm KD. You feel me? So if you have a Dawg Connect and with a swap with Cam Whitmore, I like it,
I
but
wouldn't be
I don't
mad at
want to.
that.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at it at all. I wouldn't be
Nah,
mad.
bro. He too slow. He ain't quick enough. He gonna come in a position where he gonna play the 3 or the 4. That's where we got our most depth at. And for a dude who's a bad
That's what they say.
one-on-one
Cam said
defender,
that he's not a 2, so that's the same role.
I understand, but Dalton Connect is much bigger than Cam. Like Cam is about 6'6", 6'5", 6'6". Dalton Connect like 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
Like he not playing the 2. He definitely can't play the 2. He don't have the speed, the quickness, or the athleticism to play at the 2 to guard other 2s.
So you saying as far as position wise, that's what we can't.
Yeah,
Do you
he
see
come
Cam as a
into a
2?
log jam.
You feel like Cam is a 2 guard?
I do,
Okay,
but
okay.
I
So that
think
was genius that don't feel like Cam is a 2 guard, right?
I don't think that like, that's what I was saying. The genius, he don't have to handle the ball, attack closeouts, hit spot up threes, and shoot as a movement shooter. You know what I'm saying? Where he's coming off of actions, away from the ball, where he can just catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying?
King,
Or
King, you got him right, but you said you don't see why we don't want him to go to LA. The LA gonna use him like that. That's how they gonna use him, and he gonna be a threat if he go over there. I'm telling you now, the court gonna be spread wide open for him to do that,
With
and he
Luka?
gonna ball over there if they do that.
Yeah. Hey,
well,
real quick, y'all. Real quick, I got a couple of most guests that's pulling up. I want them to get their takes off real quick. Mr. Miles, what you got, brother? What's up, Mr. Miles? What you got on Cam Whitmore,
Hey,
bro?
salute to you guys, man.
Salute.
listen, man. He can go. Um, we're trying to win right now, and looking at this roster, our personnel. Um, can you sneak him in some minutes here and there? Of course you can. But is he going to be a vital piece to what we're doing? Absolutely not. And I can't believe that we're having conversations about a role player like this. I mean, listen, bro, like this isn't about friendships trying to make dudes happy. This is a business and they're trying to win a championship, bro. That's why they brought in dudes like DFS, Kevin Durant, extended Steven Adams, bro. And so, listen, do I think Cam is a talent? Yeah, a lot of guys are a talent in the NBA, but it's about getting an opportunity in the right situation and right timing. And unfortunately, I don't think his timing right now is with the Houston Rockets to where he's going to play vital, impactful minutes. And so I don't know about y'all, but I got called spade a spade. I don't give a damn where he go because he's not a part of what I think this team wants to do. Get him up out of here, right? If we can trade him for a pick or possible another shooter, why would we not do that? And so, I mean, I just can't believe the conversation, bro. Like, he's a role player. He hasn't proven anything. And that's the mistake that a lot of people make with their teams. They get invested with these young dudes and they like them and they go off of potential. And I get it. But come on, bro. Like, the Rockets don't have time to waste, right? They just don't. This team's window is right now. And
Hey,
so,
Mr. Mars, could I ask you a question real quick?
yeah, you can, bro. Go ahead, big dog.
Do you think the Clippers would have traded SGA if they knew what he was going to become?
Uh, no, but
Exactly.
where's you? Okay.
That's why you got to be
Ma
careful when you're
sound like a
trading.
wounded woman every time he
So
get
let
on
me,
this panel, man.
hey,
That's
Green,
why you got to be careful when you're trading high upside players like this,
let me
just anywhere, because you don't know what they're going to become.
let me
I can
continue.
tell you, Cam is a high upside player. You
Uh,
don't just
to
give them
continue.
away for nothing.
Go ahead, Ma.
Yeah, I'm trying to continue what I was doing because I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. You're talking about SGA, apples and oranges, bro. Okay, because at the time of SGA, you had a Paul George and some other guys. We don't, bro. Like the biggest mistake a team can do is hold on to a player too long and keep saying the upside and potential. Like that's the most two overrated phrases I've heard in basketball my life is upside and potential. I don't care about none of that nonsense, bro. We're trying to win right now, right? I told y'all Rockets fans, along with myself, what was going to happen in the postseason, and y'all called me dumb, right? And so the window's now, bro. The window's right now. Nobody on this panel can convince me that Cam Whitmore is going to be a part of this offense and this team in an impactful way to bring a championship to the city of Houston. He's just not. He's not ready. His mental, he's listen, on offense, can he get a bucket? Yeah. And so can a lot of other players in the NBA, right? But he has tunnel vision. He's not the best playmaker, right? He had listen. I like guys who can play the game of basketball. And unfortunately, Ken Whitmore Green has not learned how to play
Yeah.
basketball yet. He's talented. Nobody's arguing his talent, bro. But this league called the NBA is more than just talent. Can you fit in, right? How's your attitude? Can you accept a lesser role, right? Can you be ready and stay ready, right? Can you just support your crew while you're on the bench? Like it's more than just Cam Whitmore's talent, bro. And
And
so,
Mr. Mars, that was my one of my key factors as far as Cam Whitmore's, you know, preparation this season going forward. We on some win time, bro. We have
right,
to make a decision where like what fits for the Rockets going forward, and how does this dude really carry himself behind the scenes? Because we seen guys,
absolutely.
Big Sarge. He says Cam Whitmore is one of the most talented players, and he's plugged in the locker room and with the Rockets, and you know what I'm saying, Houston, Texas, and things like that. Big Sarge, shout out to Big Sarge. He said him and Ime butt heads often because Cam has Udoka's attitude, and Udoka wants him to use it as fuel and don't let it block his growth. Plus, Cam is young, so he is learning. And I'm with you, Miles, on the like, okay, yeah, he's young, you know, but he's going to his third year. He's going to get paid. If he doesn't want to buy in to the Kevin Durant scenario now, then what are we doing? What are we doing? Because I know he want to be the starter. I know he want to be that go-to guy, but I'm
Of
just looking at
course.
his attitude as far as how he's approaching this season. And I don't want to get rid of him right away, Mars. I could say we could do a deal during mid-season, see what the quarter of the season looks like for him and see how that works. But
Right.
we on some go time. We on some go time right now as far as winning some shit.
Let me make
We
this
have a
last
3-year
point.
window. Yes, sir.
And everything you just said, bro, I agree with 1,000%. If this team was all sold on Cam Whitmore and they wanted him here long term, bro, there's no way they bring in DFS. They don't do that. They don't make that move, bro. They brought in DFS because he's a good locker room guy. He can stretch the floor out. He gonna shut the hell up and play basketball, right? Like, there's no listen. If Cam was everything y'all say he is, then he should be head of DFS, bro. Right now, like he's there. You got Tyree. You got some other guys there. Cam's the next guy up, right? 6'7", 6'8". He's a bucket. Y'all say he defends. So why did the Houston Rockets go and get DFS for it? You want to know why? Because it's more than just your talent. Again. And so let me close last point, Green. Last point, bro. I'm okay with them waiting until half the season, give him a chance to get his attitude right. You know what I'm saying? Work on his game, see what he has. But bro, this tweet right here, this quote tells me everything I need to know about this kid, bro. Get his ass out of here.
Hold that thought, Miles. Hold that thought, man. Hey, T Sweezy, what's up with it, man? What's up with it? What's up with it, T Sweezy?
What up, man? Salute to y'all Rockets fans. Salute, Miles. Salute, Green.
What up,
Hey,
Steve?
What up? What up?
hey, what's going on with this 17 shit? You know, I don't understand it because it's like finney-smith already opted out, so I ain't never heard of no 17. Like it's got nothing to offer y'all. Like, if he already opted out of his deal, why the hell do y'all have to give up Cam Whitmore? Like, I like Cam Whitmore. He has potential.
Well, it has something to do with Clint Capella's situation. I think they're trying to do like a sign and trade deal, but it involves 6 more teams outside of us to get you know what I'm saying, to help other teams to do some things to get some deals done to make it
Right. I was gonna say, I had another question for y'all, Granley.
Mhm.
Why did y'all sign DSJ if y'all had Torrey Eason, Deshaun Tate, and Jabari? How's that rotation gonna work?
Well, Jabbar just got paid, so I believe he's like, I think King spoke on it. He expect him to be a starter. Tyrese, and we waiting on his extension. Tyrese has some health as far as his leg. He hasn't played a full season outside his rookie season, so that's some, you know, saying insurance with DFS. And Cam Whitmore, you just don't know what you're gonna get from him as far as professionalism. So DFS, it can play multiple roles, start, bench, whatever the case may be.
And he's more reliable.
Yeah.
So what's y'all point guard rotation looking like? I know y'all got Fred. Is Reed play point guard or shooting guard?
Point guard right now.
Okay.
It should be Reed Shepard. We brought back Holiday. And Holiday had a, you know what I'm saying, Holiday been the hooper for us since he been in Houston on the email. So.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I like how y'all brought back. Why y'all brought back Jeff Green? What does he do?
A veteran leadership, a champion. He played with KD, played with Roy Ivy. He made Doka love him. Veteran locker room leadership.
Oh, same thing. Miami got UD. Got it.
Huh?
No. I said the same reason why Miami kept UD because he be keeping the players in line when they listen to coaches, and he's a great leader, better. And plus, he won at the highest level, so yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, hey, stay right there, T.
All right.
Eleazy, what's happening, Eleazy, man? What's up? What you got on this camera?
What's happening, man? Salute, Green. Hey,
yeah, man.
The Rockets tripping, bro. You don't get rid of ballers like that. That's why I have an issue with the NBA, because it's hella soft. If you got a player like Cam Whitmore, nigga, you have to utilize that talent. Ime Udoka is in his feelings, bro. If you understand how you was as a player, you're looking pretty much at yourself, bro. Did you see Greg Popovich treat you the way you treating Cam Whitmore? No, Greg Popovich gave you a chance. He lets you play. He lets you develop. You can't have Cam Whitmore, a talent like that, sitting on a bench. That makes no sense, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like 8 other teams passed on drafting Kobe Bryant. Why? Because he was young, but he got potential? No, because he's a baller, bro, and he got a mentality of a winner. You get what I'm saying? You need that aggressiveness on the court, and I don't understand what the hell you draft him for as a lottery pick if you're not even going to use them. That makes no sense to me, bro. Cam Whitmore can go get you 20 instantly. Look at OKC. They play Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins ain't better than Cam Whitmore. They play Lou Dort, he's a better defender right now, but he's not a better overall player, in my opinion, as far as skill, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, and athleticism as Cam Whitmore. They play Casey Wallace, you know what I'm saying? He's not better than Cam Whitmore, but guess what? The coach over there said, guess what? I need y'all just to be y'all. And then SGA and all those other guys gave him confidence to just play basketball, bro. Why we gotta hold players back, bro? That's stupid.
Let me ask you this: it'll bring you home on this situation. Do you think this is a type situation with Jonathan Kuminga and the Warriors that the Warriors got going on, where you should have played him more and, you know, saying expressed him more and things like that? You feel like that's the scenario that the Rockets in with Cam Whitmore?
Yep, and I don't agree with it. And you're stunning players' growth by doing that. Like, why you got them on your team then? Why are you holding these players hostage, bro? Let them go and spread their wings then, if that's the case. Trade them for a box of cereal just so they can get up out of there.
That's
But
what the topic
if you're
about.
not going to use them, though, but I'm saying they're going to make a mistake by doing that. That makes no sense to me, bro. You can utilize 13 to 15 players on a roster. Look what OKC did. Look what Indiana did. Every player. Ben Shepherd even came in doing what he do. Like, Ben Shepherd is not a better player than Cam Whitmore. Sometimes you got to let these players be them. That's how you give them confidence. That's how you get them to fall in line. But if you try to put them in a box, it's never, ever going to work. You're stunting these players' growth, bro. And I have an issue with that. That's why the league is trash. But they got all of these young, talented players wasting their damn careers away, just sitting around.
Real quickly, you said he's stunning his growth. So do you feel like he should start or come off the bench?
I feel like he should play.
He's gonna play. Real quick. Ime Udoka already expressed that he's gonna play. He's gonna give a bigger role. Him and Reed Shepard, right?
Okay,
but
we'll see.
If it's some support, if it's some reports and everything going around that Rockets might be shopping around because we got KD now. I'm on some win mode time.
Right.
What is he on right now? Cam Whitmore. He's a young, I wouldn't say hothead, but you know what I'm saying? The nigga be smelling his nuts. He's a young
hothead, bro, because he a competitor and he wants to play. He comes from that Villanova culture, bro. So that's the Josh Hart's, the Kyle Lowry's.
He's not going to start, right? He's not going to start. I feel you.
Well, let him be a bench player then. What's wrong with that? He could be a sixth man.
That's what I'm talking about. If he's not capable of coming off the bench after the KDs, when he's that spark plug off the bench, you got Reed Shepard, who's going to be a big intricate part of the season going forward as a development point guard year 2. We're talking about year 3. Cam Whitmore, if he can't plug him in at the 2, if he can't plug him in at the 3 because it's heavy-handed, like what, and his attitude and his demeanor, his professionalism, that's the thing that we're dealing with not his Cam Whitmore, not his game and his development of the game. Is he outside of his scoring? What else does he have? Scoring.
We could say that about 100 different players in the NBA, bro.
I get it, but we talking about what the Rockets want right now.
So why draft him then? What did you see in him to where you say, "Oh, I need to grab him, man, a lottery pick"?
Hey,
that makes no sense, bro. You had to see something in him to grab him, right?
But the timeline is different though. It's 2 years later. You got KD,
but he hasn't played, so just play him and let's see what we get.
I'm with you. I'm with you. In my first, hold on, real quick. Elise, I'm with you. I said we could play him more and we could see what he do the first 25 games. You can see really a dude is capable of and what he's doing for professionally wise, the first 20, 25 games. That's a good sample size. But outside of that, if it ain't up to par, we can do something and we can, you know what I'm saying, make some trade moves. But I'm with you. I won't care more.
I just want to see him play, bro, because I already know what he can do. I already know.
Elise, are you a Rocket fan?
No, I'm not. I'm a basketball fan. I'm not a Rockets fan.
Okay. So Cam Whitmore wasn't a lottery pick. He was like the 20th pick in the draft.
Oh, was he?
He played as a rookie. He played a lot of games as a rookie. He got minutes. The problem is that he got an attitude problem.
Right.
He don't defend it. And the Sacramento fans said, "Oh, y'all say he defend." No, nobody over here ever said that Cam Whitmore defends. He don't play defense.
Okay.
And he's a black hole on offense. He don't want to pass to his teammates. He never seen a shot that he didn't like, you know, even if he's double and triple team. That's why he got out the rotation. Then he had an attitude problem You know, when the coach is trying to coach him and,
He
teach
threw
him
the
the
head coach under the bus as a second year player, bro.
right. You know what I'm saying? So the coach is
Like shit like that.
trying to get him to play, to be a team player and to play the right way. And he got an attitude. His body language is bad. He don't get back on defense. So it's a whole bunch of problems with him, you know, upstairs. That's why he ain't playing.
Okay.
That's why he's in trade talks.
You
So
know what?
a lot of us
That's
over here,
crazy.
a lot
That's
of us
crazy.
over here like the talent. We would like to keep Cam Whitmore. We would like for him to carve out some minutes, but the dude needs an attitude adjustment and needs to understand that he's not a superstar. You got to play a role and get
Right.
yourself, you know, to where
In
you
that position.
earn minutes.
Yeah, in that
Minutes
position.
ain't
Right.
given to you on the team that's trying to compete for a championship.
Hey,
Okay.
real quick, fellas. Elise, stay right there, homie, because this is a good conversation. I want to get to the homie B, then I got two more guests pulling up behind the scenes. Hey, B, what you got, B? What you got on the top?
Hey, what's good, man? Well, they covered part of it, but yeah, I'll go over it once again because I heard it's like I know what he could do. He's a winner. Like no. He's a scorer. He's not a winner, and we're trying to win. We got a winning team. We were giving Cam winners, and his talent is crazy. He can do a lot of different things, but he's trying to get paid, and we're trying to win a chip. There's two different goals. He's got to get in line, or he got to get the fuck out. That's just the way it got to go. I say we got him under contract. You're gonna sit your little disgruntled butt right there on the bench, and you're gonna score when I tell you to, unless we can get something good for him. But yeah, like he ain't on board with that. He's about Cam Whitmore, and we're about the Rockets, and it's just two different goals. That's all I got on it.
Yeah, that's true to an
Ramon,
extent, but the Rockets have some impact on what's going on right now because, to be honest, and I don't mean to cut the other guys off, Cam Whitmore is the only member of the seven that's been treated this way by Ime, to be honest with you, because everybody else got the chance to make dumb mistakes. We gave Jalen Green 4 years when we knew he wasn't going to change,
no,
and
yeah, we were really 2 years on the email though.
well, yeah. And then I don't know why he ain't giving Cam at least a little runway, bro. Come on. And just real quick, from the 2021 draft, there are no players remaining on this team, and about 3 of them are not even in the league anymore. That's an indictment on asset management from the Rockets, bro.
Well, that was one top picks though. You know what I'm saying, Jan? I get what you're saying, but Cam Whitmore, he's falling to that slot as far as 20 and below because he was predicted to be a top 5 pick and he fell to 20. And it's not like, Ime Udoka had his eyes on him. He was in Houston and had a spot, but outside of us, he fell 19 spots. I mean, you know what I'm saying, 15 spots. So that's not on the coaching staff. That's not on the GM if they picked him and they fell in his lap. No, Cam Whitmore is hella fire talented. He has some injury issues. You know what I'm saying? Tweaked up knee problems and getting surgery and stuff like that. But most and foremost is his attitude, his presence. Is he a good, teammate? Is he that? You're not dealing with a young guy that you feel like you better than. You got KD now. You got Durant finney-smith. That's a piece off the bench. You have Tyrese. You're not better than Tyrese, in my opinion, as far as what Ime Udoka wants from Tyrese. But Tyrese is a liability as far as his health. But we talking about Cam Whitmore overall. His talent is overall there. And I'm just looking at him as a piece off the bench. And if he don't have the attitude to be that 6-man type off the bench, then what are we doing? You feel me? But I ain't gonna be long with it. I'm gonna get to the next guest on the
Hey,
panel. Hey,
Green,
House.
real quick,
What up,
bro.
House? What up, House?
Hold on, before Haas go, you got a number 4 pick in the G League, a number 4 pick in the draft. He's in the G. He can't even get 2 minutes with the Rockets. They are tripping with their young talent. I'm gonna just keep it
No,
like
it's not.
that.
It's not that, Elise. It's because, like, yes, Reed Shepard did get drafted number 3, but we already knew
Number 3.
number 3 in a weak ass draft. You know what I'm saying? I had to put that on there. But at the same time, we was on some time where we winning. We was number 2 in the West. Nobody really thought we was gonna be.
And that was his rookie season. That was his
I
rookie
don't
season.
care
So
what it was.
hold on, real quick. Let me finish the statement. I'm gonna get the House. I understand it. The talent is there for Reed Shepard, but he was number 3 pick. coming into a situation where Ime Udoka, year 2 on his squad, 41 wins, and then you elevate that squad to 52 wins. We on some win time mode. So Reed Shepard, you have to give him some serviceable minutes. Me and J-Dog was boxing up, saying about this Reed Shepard and against OKC early on. And I said, bro, yeah, he just showed that he ain't ready yet. So he rocked out with Aaron Holiday. So that's what I'm saying. Like, going forward, Reed Shepard did elevate his game going out the season because he got familiar, he got comfortable. He you know what I'm saying, with his game. But real quick, Elise, let me get to House. House, what you got, House?
Hey, salute Greenlee. I got 2 points to make. I got some disagreements with some of y'all on this panel. So give me some space to get the 2 points out. The first point has to do with the second point has to do with his attitude. I'll get to that, but the first point has to do with his role on the team. And I understand y'all got a deep team, just like last year y'all had a deep team. But here's the problem I have with some of the people that were speaking on this topic. Okay. When I look down this roster, up and down this roster, I see you got a lot of defense. I see you got a lot of good players across the board, but I don't see Cam Whitmore as being redundant about someone else's skill set that you already got. To me, he's a unique piece that you can use. And so let me just ask you this question, Greenlee. In terms of guys coming off the bench, who do you see as like a real bucket getter coming off the bench?
Right now it's Cam Whitmore.
Exactly. He could be that guy as a bucket getter coming off the bench. And I don't see what the big deal is and why you got to get rid of this guy when he could fill a role on this team. He don't have to play 35 minutes a night. Last year, he played 18 minutes a night.
But that's not the case. Hey, House, real quick. But that's not the case for me. But for me, he's going to be coming off the bench with Reed Shepard. Reed Shepard is going to be needed in more ways.
But he's not even.
Hold on, real quick. Hear me out. Reed Shepard, he's gonna have more opportunity than Cam Whitmore. We talking about a number 3 pick, and then he has more duties. Cam Whitmore, yes, he's a scoring punch off the bench. And then you have Durant finney-smith, who just signed $13 million per year, $12 million, whatever the case may be on that end. And Cam Whitmore, you dealing with a bench squad that could potentially start. So are you plugged in, rolled in to do your job if you was in the starting line? That's what I'm saying.
Let me just say, Greenlee, let me just say, first of all, even if you look at a guy like Reed Shepard, he's not exactly the same player as Cam Whitmore. Those guys do different things. Reed Shepard's going to be a good shooter, a good ball handler. He's going to have a little bit more vision than Cam, but Cam's going to be a little bit more of a slasher, attacker of the rim, a spot up shooter. Like, these guys do different things well, and when they're coming off the bench, you know, if Van Fleet and Amen are coming out the game, you could put Reed Shepard and Cam Whitmore in the game together. And by the way, just to address King real quick, I know, King, you've seen a lot more Rockets basketball than I have, even though I do watch the games, but I will admit you've seen more than I have. But let me just say, the times I have seen Cam Whitmore out there with Reed Shepard together, and not just one game, I'm talking about multiple games, those guys have played well together. And in fact, I would say that I have seen multiple times where Cam Whitmore's body language when he's out there with Reed Shepard is like very compatible with. They're like feeding each other. They're like getting each other involved. I don't see no hostility between those two players, and I think they have played well together when they're on the court.
Man, that shit probably happened 3 times last year, bro. They don't play together, bro. They don't play together.
But at the same time, it started off well until certain situations happened throughout the season. Certain guys weren't consistent on both ends. Reed Shepard playing time went to shit, and Cam Whitmore because of other aspects. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about these two guys having more, minutes and playing time and more opportunity going forward in this season on some contender shit. You feel me? This ain't no experiment no more. We on
right, that's what I'm saying. Basically,
so with Reed Shepard, that's why I mentioned Reed Shepard has more to give and put in the opportunity mode than Cam Whitmore.
But they don't play the same position. They don't play the same position. They could be on the court off the bench at the same time, bro. They could be on the court at the same time coming off the bench. Listen. There's nobody on the bench that fills the role that Cam Whitmore fills. Look, if you had a guy that was exactly like Cam Whitmore coming off the bench, then I would say get rid of him. But you don't got no one exactly like Cam Whitmore. He fills a role coming off the bench that you need. So I don't understand all this talk about you got to get rid of a guy. Depth is important on a championship team. Look at the 2015 Warriors. Look at the OKC last year. You got a lot of different championship teams, great teams that have depth. There's no reason just because he coming up on a contract negotiation like 1 or 2 years from now that you got to somehow get rid of him suddenly. There's nothing wrong with having
it ain't
depth.
about that. That's one aspect, but it ain't about that.
Listen.
What
I'm saying is,
hold on, Hoss, real quick, bro. We got close to 120 people.
But can I just address his attitude? I got to get my
hold
thinking out
on,
on that.
real quick. We got over 120 people in the building.
Please let me just get this off.
Hey, so real quick, y'all. With the Cam Whitmore situation overall, I want to get to the Durant finney-smith adding an addition along with Clint Capella. I want everybody to elaborate on that, but I got another guest on the panel. J-Dawg, man. J-Dawg, what you got, J-Dawg? What you got on this? What it do? Salute. What you got on this whole situation with Cam Whitmore? You know what I'm saying? In your perspective, what you got on it?
Yeah. Hey man, if I step on anybody's point, bro, it ain't by on purpose, bro. Shit, I'm just getting in there, man. I apologize. But just getting up. Look, man, it ain't about talent with him, bro. It's not about talent. It's not about all the little things, you know what I'm saying, people have said in the past, or him not getting on the court. It's about what he may say, bro. It's the attitude, bro. It's a bunch of guys in gyms all over the United States, bro, that can hoop out this world. They can't goddamn play organized basketball because they can't listen, bro. You understand me? So, bro, if you hoop and you been in them circles and you sing and Greenleaf, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. You got a bunch of balling ass niggas that can get on, can go to the league and put up points, bro. But they don't want to listen. They don't want to buy into a system and to a way of doing things because they know they so talented. They know they can hoop and this and that and the third. No, bro, it's not about that. It's about buying into a culture, buying into a system, and being able to carve out a role, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if he can't do that first, I don't give a damn about none of that other shit matters, bro. Because I can't trust him. If he can't buy in, I don't need no counsel. You feel me? We on winning. This ain't no brand new team, bro. This ain't no team. We ain't back in the silence days where we roll the ball, not just let everybody that can hoop go out there and see what they can do because they young and talented. There ain't none of that. It's go time, bro. You feel me? It's win time. There ain't no more babysitting, bro. You feel me? Ain't no more of that little goofy ass, you understand? Let's see, what he could do, and maybe he'll change. No. And with the Jalen comparison, I did hear you, Genius. That's wrong, fam. Jalen bought in. Jalen he wet the bed in the biggest moments, bro, and he's not fully focused when it comes to basketball. But for the attitude, him buying in and being coachable, he all that. It's just he needs to tweak some things behind the scenes that locks him in the basketball in its totality. It ain't about his attitude. If everything about Cam is his attitude, he came in the league with the stigma, bro. When you know you come into a league with a stigma on your back that's dropped you, it knocked you out the lottery, that you probably lost what Cam probably lost probably about 30 mil. Like, bro, you should already be in your mind like, oh no, bro, I gotta get that back. And that's what inmate told him, bro, on draft night. Come in and work and bro, and prove to everybody you should have been a lottery pick. Yeah, he came in, he probably got his body together, he could hoop. We know Cam can hoop. He'll point a minute, but at the same time, the coaching staff, inmate, everybody gave him a list of things that he needed to work on for this game, to get on the court and to be trustworthy, bro. He didn't do that in his second year. He didn't come back with that. He came back, well, they seen I could hoop, I could ball, and he thought he was entitled to be on the court. No, you need to buy into what we doing and how we doing it, bro. And I land my plane on that, bro.
Hey, check this out.
I got a question, man. Just real quick. Are we supposed to be so good now that we don't have room to develop one player? Because I think because
Man,
Reed
bro,
Shepard. Reed Shepard.
bro. And you gotta
Reed
have
Shepard
coachable
is that
players,
guy.
Glenn. You gotta have coachable players. See, people get lost on their talent, they develop shit. Bro, your attitude, your mindset is first, bro. All that other shit is sick. If you don't come in the gym locked in, bro, if I'm in there trying to lift weights and I ain't coming in on the idea with my mind on that, I'm getting better. I'm gonna try to get my body together and get my body right, bro. I'm gonna just come in and lift. You know, I'm strong on the
Let me
lift.
ask you this, bro. Let me ask y'all this. And I'm gonna let House back up. Early on, about 30 minutes ago, we asked, I sent a big quote in the chat saying, yeah, we're gonna do a swap for Cam Whitmore and Dawg Connect. How y'all feel about that? How you feel about that? And everybody else who couldn't answer that. Because I feel
Trash
like
can.
that Genius King, we all elaborate on that. But how you feel about a swap? Because I don't want him to go to the Lakers, but it's a 17 deal. I know y'all seen the reports. How you feel about that?
Talent wise, bro, and youth wise, he much younger than Dalton Connect. He's more talented, I think, overall. But bro, if MAC that Dalton Connect can help this team, bro, I don't want to go to Lakers either. But shit, Dalton Connect can come in, bought into to what we trying to do as a scorer, and you think he mentally able to be able to play a role. Shit, make the deal, bro. If you don't think Cam could change it around, bro, by the All-Star, and bro, all things point to his ass might not be able to because he been behind the 8 ball, bro, with the mentality since he got drafted, and he pulled us about half a season his rookie year, but then he came back this sophomore year and with the attitude shit. So it lead me to think you got some unresolved issues in your mind, bro, that you can't really get past.
I gotta speak on this because this is going on way too long. I do not see an attitude problem. What I see is competitor. What I see is a competitor.
That's what I said, Haas, from the beginning.
Exactly.
Hold on.
I agree with you.
Hold on. Hey, House. So how would you argue with a guy that's really plugged in the locker room? Shout out to Big Sarge once again. He says,
well,
Cam
first of
Whitmore.
all, ain't nobody.
House, real quick. Read this statement. Let me read it out real quick, and then you can elaborate. You got it. Cam Whitmore is one of the most talented players that the Rockets have. Him and Ime butted heads often because Cam Whitmore and Ime Udoka have attitudes, and Ime Udoka wants him to use it as a fuel, but don't let it block his growth. Plus, Cam is young, so he's learning. How you feel about the whole overall statement?
Okay, first of all, he's Big Sarge, and does he have connections with Ime or something? Because sometimes people just be talking. Sometimes just be talking.
Hey, House. He's in there.
Okay, but let me just say, in terms of the Lakers report, guess who the source was for that Lakers report? It was a Lakers media guy. So sometimes you got to be skeptical about who is the source for the media report.
No, this ain't got nothing to do with this. Ain't got nothing to do with no Lakers saying no trade.
No, I understand.
Hey, KD got an attitude too, though. Y'all forgot.
I'm just giving you an example. Hold on 1 second.
It don't matter. KD had an attitude with Steve Kerr.
That's everything that we saying right now.
He had an attitude with Steve Kerr and the players around him.
Hold on.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, I'm just giving you an example.
KD had an issue on every team he been on, bro.
What I'm saying, Elise.
With coaching staff and players.
Is a different coach than all them coaches that he played.
So guess what? They're gonna butt heads because KD got an ego, bro. I'm telling you.
No, Ime Udoka already acknowledged that. Ime Udoka is a KD guy. He wanted him from the get-go. He wanted KD over here when he got here.
When he was in Brooklyn, he wanted him when he was in Brooklyn.
So Cam Whitmore is a rookie. He ain't proved shit. So what gives him the you know what I'm saying, the forefront of
give me the give me a nigga who got an attitude who want to compete. I just want to be able to compete on the court, bro. That's it. That's it.
We all love this shit. And you know what? Udoka put him out there in a position to be that.
And you know what?
Things that don't collide with the team overall.
It's one thing that I would say.
He's not going to collide with the team. He just want to play basketball, bro. That's it.
Bro, that is not, bro. Listen,
Y'all
the
niggas
coach
is
is
too.
telling
Y'all in this
no,
controlled era of shit, bro.
ain't
Everything
nah,
is
bro.
about being
Look.
controlled, my nigga.
Man,
Let the nigga be a young bull, bro.
He
He
lazy.
ain't
You know
controlling that.
damn
What
Let
well,
are you
him be a
talking
young
about?
bull,
bro.
bro.
That
It's
ain't, bro.
better
That's
for
not
He
your
what
could
it's
be
about.
team than not. It's better for
he
your
could be a
team than
young
not.
boy and you he could be a young boy in Utah and lose
This
70
bitch
fucking
ass nigga ain't
games.
gonna take us to no championship, bro. KD is. So if he
KD
ain't gonna
ain't
bring
either,
us to
nigga.
no championship, Bill, if
KD
KD ain't
ain't
gonna
helped
All
nobody
these
win no
niggas,
championship except for the
he
Warriors,
help
and that's
your
because he had
team,
a great
he
team
help your
around him.
team. Exactly. So we got a great team
KD
around
ain't
us.
y'all young,
We got
nigga.
a great
Y'all young.
no,
KD ain't the
we was number
same
we
as
was number two.
SGA, bro. It's a difference.
We was
The
number two in
leadership
we was number two in the West.
qualities.
Hold on. We was number two in the West, so we're a great team as
And
far as
y'all
the
gonna be
come up.
number 5,
As far as
number
the
4 or
come up.
5
As
next
far as
year. I
the come up.
promise you.
now you
I
hate
bet
because
Okay,
you
not.
got
okay.
KD.
Put your money on
Boy,
it then.
these
Put it
niggas, boy,
up.
say these
I
Oh,
bet
Come on,
y'all
put
don't
your
be
money on
two.
it.
I bet y'all don't repeat as a number 2 or a 1 seed.
And you got your
so y'all
you
gonna
got
be
your
so
goddamn mind.
I
Hey,
promise
you
you.
think Golden State gonna be a 2 seed,
Bet it. No,
nigga?
no, no. I'm not Golden
hey,
State
no, you
trash.
said five.
I'm
You
not
said five
delusional like
seed.
niggas. I'm not delusional like a lot of people who be
man, this
fanboys. I
hey
know Golden
nigga,
State is
you
garbage,
must
nigga.
be delusional if
So
you think that a KD they're gonna bring in 27, 28
KD is
games. Hold on,
fucking
nigga, let me talk.
garbage,
Hold
nigga.
on. Let me finish my statement. If you must be a motherfucking fool yourself, Elise, if you don't think KD gonna come in here and elevate this team outside
Nope.
of what
He
Jalen
don't have
Green
them
brought
type of
to the team,
leadership
dog.
qualities. He not. Watch.
Nigga,
He
He
gonna
don't
we
get
need
had
a
we
into
leader.
had
Fred Van
we had
Fleet.
it with
He
a
gonna
young
get
nigga.
into it
What
with
you think
players. Watch,
KD
I'm
gonna
telling
bring to
you.
the team, nigga?
He gonna
Well, I
get
KD
into
question,
it
already
with
37
players.
years
It's just
old,
that's
nigga.
just
You
what it
know what it
is.
is.
I'm
I
just keeping it
question you
100,
niggas,
bro.
man.
Y'all boys tripping.
I question
I'm
you niggas
just keeping
early
it
in life,
100,
bro.
bro.
You
If you
tripping,
Y'all
don't
man.
know
niggas can
ball,
get
just say
mad all
so.
you want, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of
Nah,
that,
we
nigga.
ain't.
KD ain't no
I
leader, nigga.
question that shit,
Hey,
bro.
I ain't
Yeah,
mad, nigga. I'm
I
just
do.
turning up real quick, nigga. I'm talking basketball shit. I do this shit on
No,
some
I'm
real
just
live
saying though,
basketball.
bro. I just think
Ain't
that y'all
nobody
gonna be
mad.
number 4 or 5. Y'all gonna dip a little bit
I
next
mean,
year.
that's
Y'all
no
gonna
why
dip.
we
that's
gonna
no
dip? Tell
respect.
me
That's
why
no
we gonna
respect,
dip, nigga.
nigga.
I
hey,
want
Because
to know
we
it's
why we
take
gonna
people's
dip.
egos,
money up
bro.
here.
Egos and leadership, bro. I'm just saying, KD don't play
Egos and
defense. He ain't
leadership.
never played defense. So you think Email Douglas gonna
That's
get
why
that nigga to
you.
play
Boy, you a
defense at
What
motherfucking
you?
lie. He
37
played
years
defense
old?
with
Hey,
y'all.
He's
He averaged
37 years
1.5.
old,
Hold
bro.
on,
Man,
hold on.
I ain't
Hold on.
bro.
He averaged 1.5 blocks.
And he's injury prone. I don't
He's
care
up.
about stats, bro. That don't
Okay,
tell the whole story.
now you want to throw in the injury shit. Okay, cool. We all worried about that shit. But we
Right.
talking about the stats. That nigga averaged 1.5 blocks
Talent wise,
with a
anybody in the league
non-defensive
would go
team.
get KD.
With
If
a
you want to be,
non-defensive
if
team.
you
he
like
was a
anybody
he
gonna
was
go
a,
get KD, bro. But that's not gonna translate to winning championships. It don't work like that. I'm
Can
telling
he
you.
close,
Nah,
bro? Can
I'm
he
just saying.
close?
Go ahead, y'all.
He didn't close against Boston when they had Grant Williams and Jason Tatum on his ass, locking his ass up. What happened in that series?
Was Kyrie in that
Who
series?
who
No, it didn't have
who
nothing to do with Kyrie. We talking about when KD had the rock.
who's the head of the
Listen,
snake
bro.
locking this shit up though?
We talking about KD when he had the rock. You let Grant Williams lock your shit up,
Udoka had
nigga?
niggas locking them
Trash
up.
cans. He
Ime
don't like
Udoka had niggas
physicality.
locking them up.
KD don't like physicality. Period.
Ime
Point blank.
Udoka had that nigga locked in,
that's
locked
why he
down.
that's why he went to
Okay.
the most physical team on the thing. But I'm
That
just
shit
like, if
ain't
you're
gonna
saying
help. Promise you.
hey, well, we take people's money up here, so you want to bet that we won't finish
Bet it.
better than five?
You ain't gonna be better than 5. Nigga, you ain't gonna be better. You ain't gonna get
Hey,
2.
what you want to
Let's
put on it
bet.
though?
You
No, no,
got 2
no. You
last
said
year
better than
without KD.
five. No, you said better than five.
No,
You
I
said y'all
didn't.
ain't gonna be
No,
better
I
than
said
five.
y'all
Yes,
gonna
you
be
did.
4 or
Rewind the
5
stream back.
seed. 4 or 5
Okay.
seed. 4 or
I,
5.
Why
4 or
you
5.
capping, nigga? We might be the number 1 seed, nigga. Why you
Bet it.
capping?
Well, bet it then, nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
Fuck you talking about?
I said, why you
all
capping,
right.
nigga?
Bet
All right.
it.
Yeah.
Three or better. What we want?
No, nigga, no, you talking about that 5 shit, nigga. I'm talking, you capping so motherfucking hard, talking about 5. Nigga, we can go from anywhere from 1 to 3. Nigga, we ain't going below 3.
You're not going
Not
below
at
3?
all.
Y'all
We ain't
believe
Not at
going
that?
below
all.
3. Hell no, we
We
not
know
going
that.
below 3,
We
nigga.
ain't lose nothing. We didn't lose a
What you
goddamn
talking about,
thing
nigga? We
in the
had to
break.
close.
We
Okay.
We didn't lose
And we
shit.
kept
All right.
And we
all our
gained
defenders,
more.
nigga.
We
We kept
gained
them,
more.
Okay. Okay. So what y'all saying y'all gonna be next next year? What's y'all window?
I just said
Because
we
guess
ain't going
what?
below
Because
3
hold on.
shit, bro.
If we're gonna keep it 100
1 or
green,
2.
nigga, who was the one who said the Rockets was a top 5 team last year without
Nigga,
KD, nigga? Who said
please,
that?
nigga. I said
Right.
we was a top
My
4,
point.
nigga, without
Because you niggas
KD,
don't know
nigga.
basketball. Y'all were just hoping to
What?
make it to play in. Nigga,
Nigga,
y'all was talking about
Hold
playing.
on,
Nigga, I
hold on,
said the
hold on.
Rockets a playoff team
Now
next year. I'm the only
now
one who
y'all
said
niggas.
that, nigga. Not even a
Yeah,
Rockets
Hold on,
fan.
hold on, Elise. Now
nigga, you
y'all
better
niggas,
get
if
out
you
that
know who
shit.
said it, put a name on it. I
Champion, nigga.
said
That's
we
what.
gonna
Yeah,
win 50.
rewind
We
all the
gonna win
tapes,
50
nigga.
West. We read up on y'all niggas that doubted the Rockets last year. Y'all
Who?
niggas
Not
ain't
me.
nowhere to be found.
You could go to any one of your streams, nigga. I never
Nowhere to
doubted the
be
Rockets
found.
ever.
Nigga, our bank account say different, nigga. Hell is you talking about? Nigga, you don't even know what the hell you talking about.
So what I'm saying
you
is,
You better
innocent.
go back to the
KD
streams,
Green
nigga.
League.
adding KD to
Nigga,
this
You
I
better go
own
back
every
to the
stream,
streams,
nigga.
Hold on,
Green
nigga.
League.
real quick, fam. Adding KD to this roster, it just put a whole nother level to this squad. And you add
Okay.
Durant Finney-Smith. I ain't even asked y'all about Durant Finney-Smith and Clint
I like
Capella.
Durant Finney-Smith. Yeah.
And the Clint
Yeah.
Capella addition.
They had to
So,
bring high character guys over there because KD is not one of them. I'm just keeping it 100 with you.
bro, you said he is if he have a legitimate team around him. And in
No, I
this era,
didn't. I said it's
era,
different because he was with the
in this
Warriors. It's
era,
a different culture. We had Andre Iguodala. We had nothing but veterans around there holding his ass accountable, and he didn't like that. I'm telling you what I know, bro.
What you mean he didn't like that?
KD was younger, same age as Stephen
KD
Curry.
wasn't younger. He was damn near 10 years deep already.
He was the
Stop.
same age as Stephen Curry and all them guys, but we talking about he's
Nah.
37 years old. He understands and the game plan and shit. The nigga damn near took. Y'all remember 2 years ago in Brooklyn? You feel me? Going
He's
balls
one
to the
toe away
wall
from a championship.
with a trash
One
ass
toe.
defense and all that shit. I ain't talking about Phoenix. They garbage in general. But you bring him over here with some young defense team, a young defensive team. Ime Udoka was really the coach of that team. Fuck Steve Nash. He wouldn't know what the fuck he was doing. He was going Ime Udoka, nigga, hold your nuts. Get your money. Put it on the line scenario. So you come over here with the Rockets, bro. You got
It sound good.
can
That sound really good.
No, it don't sound good, nigga. The odds is there. They already got us up there with OKC.
Hey man, I don't go on eyes, my nigga. You gotta show me. Period.
We're about to.
KD got
That
us
talk
over
is cheap, my nigga.
That
Show
nigga
me
ain't
what it
coming here
is.
to be no leader, bro.
A team
That's
without
what you
Show
KD,
me what it is. That's all I'm
a
saying.
team without KD, a team without KD won
Hey, Green
52
League, can I
wins.
say something?
And you
please?
add that motherfucker to this team. You mean to tell me we got to prove more, man?
Hey, Phoenix did too.
Really?
Look what happened. They won before KD got there
Can I
too, and
say
look what
They
happened.
ain't have no structure.
But they traded everything to get him. They traded everything. We didn't trade nothing. We got addition by subtraction.
Okay.
Say, homie.
Okay.
Say, homie. You doing all that woofing? Send your money to Greenleaf right now. Rockets gonna
Hey,
finish
Green League,
third
can
or
I say
better this
something,
year.
please?
They gonna
Send
finish
your
third or
money.
better?
Because what I
Okay.
see
Yeah,
is,
third or
okay,
better.
you
Send
got
your
rid of
money right
Who am I
now.
talking to
to
though,
play
nigga?
82
I need to know
games.
who. I need to know who I'm fucking
You
with.
got
You talking to King? Send your money to Greenleaf. Whatever you saying, I'ma match.
Okay. Consider it done then. Green.
Tell me when you get that.
So he's
What's
Tell
the
me when you.
handle, Green?
Tell me when you get it,
Yeah.
Greenleaf.
Nah, I got you. Ex Greenleaf and the cash up. I got it lined up. But
All right.
as far as everything that we talking about, bruh, this team's got better. I like I said, hey Mars, how you feel about Durant Finney-Smith? Jada, how y'all feel about Durant Finney-Smith added to the squad
Well, I
outside
feel
of
like
what Cam Whitmore can produce?
well, first of all, DFS is a professional, and so that alone is an upgrade from this young, out of whack, you know what I'm saying, dude, Cam Whitmore, and so that alone is an upgrade. He's a better shooter.
you went outside. You went insane and whack
Please,
piece
Green.
of shit.
Thank you. This shit crazy, bro. He brings professionalism, brings outside shooting. He's tall. He's lengthy. Is he the best defensive player? No. Can he hold his own? Yes. Can he accept his role? Yes. And so, I mean, pretty much Green and J-Dog took the words out of my mouth. It's not so much about talent. It's just, can you accept a role in today's league, and can you do great in that role? And DFS has done great in that role, right? He's done a great job with Luka in Dallas. He shot the ball well last year with the Lakers, and he's going to get open threes with the Houston Rockets. And they're going to ask him to come in and play some defense, and he fits into what the Rockets want to do. Those are things that Cam isn't doing. He's not going to do. And so I'm okay with the move, bro. I like the move. It was a good move. For me, it's just that simple, bro. And here's my last point, Green. Like, we ain't trying to make friends and be buddy, bro. I'm trying to win a championship in Houston, bro. Cam got to go, bro. Period. Either get on board or get off board, man. Like, I mean, I don't care if he was drafted number 5 or 6, 1 or 2. Who cares, bro? This window is not going to be open for that long for this team. We got to win now. And so, if that's what we all agree on, then we got to operate moving forward the right way. But DFS is the right choice, right pick. Real quick on Clint Capella. Listen, bro, y'all said last time that Steve is not playing back-to-back straight up. He's an insurance policy. He can defend. He can rebound. He can play down here off pick and rolls. He's a veteran guy who's been around, been there, done that. He's made deep postseason runs with the Rockets. So Clint is just an insurance big, and so I like that move as well, bro. Listen, we're primed for a run. We have no excuses not to get it done, bro.
No, that's facts.
Hey, but
Hey,
one
man.
thing, one thing I want to add something in right quick, right? The only thing about Cam is this, right? It's not like we're trading him for a player. They be trading him for a player asset or whatnot. They basically will be trading them to free up space. What's the reason for the space? Do anybody know? Why do we need this extra space or whatnot?
Oh, last point, Larry. Green, my bad, Brody. If we can get Dalton Connect, that's even greater, bro. Because I think Dalton Connect right now is more NBA ready than Cam is, bro. And for what we want to do as a team,
Mentally.
yeah. Hold on,
That's
fellas.
cool. That's cool, but they not trying to trade him for a player, bro. They
Okay,
just trying to free up money.
yeah, I know, but Green posed a question about Dalton and Cam. So let me just close
No,
out.
actually, he posed a question about DFS, bro, and you answered that.
No,
But
he
but
posed
but 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 but
Dalton
but but
Connect.
but, but what I was saying to add on to that, like
Damn, man.
the dog connect and you know what I'm saying, Cam Whitmore situation. I put them
Right, this shit crazy, bro.
Go
Just
ahead,
real quick,
bro.
Green. I
Hey,
can't
man.
take this shit, bro.
Bro, it's man. Look, man, it's open mic. Hey, listen, man. Listen. Hey,
Hold
look.
on,
Real
You
quick,
asked me about
let me get it off and then
Can I
you
get
Yeah,
it
got
off?
it,
It
level.
ain't gonna
let me
be
get it
long.
off, bro, and then I'm going to sit back and listen like I was doing. Dalton's more NBA ready. He can shoot the ball better, bro. He's tall. He can be ground. He can pump fake. He has a mid-range jump shot. I don't know why in the hell, J-Dog, the Lakers stopped playing this dude, bro. Dalton Connect can play basketball at the
Shit, they
highest level.
traded him. They
Right.
traded him.
Yeah. So if we can get Dalton, bro, on the Rockets and get Cam's ass up out here, bro, what? I mean, bro, listen, I do that deal tonight.
Connect a ball, man. He can hoop, man. But on
Yeah.
that Durant finney-smith, man. Yeah, bro. If you just asking him to come to your team and you really ain't got ancillary pieces around him that really, he don't really move the needle like that. But on this team, bro, with the wings we already have, they can hoop. That's athletic already. You feel me? That's dogs. He fit right in, bro. And he another dog. He another guy that can shoot better than the ones we already have. Like he run a career 40% 3-point shooter, bro. So and he gets after it. He can score. He can get to the rack, bro. You know what I'm saying? He can move without the ball. He's a good spot up 3-point shooter, man. And he's a good team player, bro. You ain't heard no issues about him getting into it with people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, it's about buying in and really fitting in, bro, on a team. You need that chemistry, bro. It's hard to win championships, bro. When you see that window open, an opportunity, you gotta take it and you gotta go for it, bro. You might see it. We got a closer, and just to touch back on that KD thing. We're not looking for KD to come over and be no leader. We're looking for him to come over and do what Jalen couldn't do. That's it, bro. Close games, bro. Close games and lead us sometime. You feel me? In scoring. You ain't got to come over here and be no 30-point a game, KD. You feel me? But he know how to close.
Okay.
You feel me? And KD can play team defense. So he had all this. He had a bad coach in Phoenix. Brooklyn really wasn't. That team, injuries killed that team. It wasn't just KD. Kyrie was hurt. He had Harden on a bum-ass hamstring at the end of the day. And you had KD trying to will him to victory, bro. I mean, bro, look, bro. He just been in bad situations since he left Golden State, bro. And his attitude, yeah, he probably wasn't the best when things wasn't going right. But this team is already built around the players that they already had. It wasn't built around KD. KD ain't nothing but an added fixture to the already beautiful apartment, bro. You just a painting on the wall, bro. A Picasso, you feel me? To an already beautiful situation. So we add him. We take out a guy that couldn't get it done, and that's pretty much it, bro.
Hey, how many games did the Warriors win before KD joined them that season?
Bro, we already come on, man. We ain't gonna
No. I'm answering the question, nigga. No. Just answer the question. That's all I'm asking.
They had already won championship before KD got there, bro.
Right. So they went from a
Hey,
73 win team to they only won like what 50, 60 some 50 some games the
Did
next
they
season.
win
Come
two
on,
more
bro.
chips? Did they win two more
Proof
chips?
is in the pudding, bro.
Did they win two
hey,
more chips?
Lazy.
Because you playing with the greatest team, nigga. Of course, you're gonna win a chip.
Hey,
Nigga, you
Lazy.
can't have it both ways. Nigga, stop
That's not
playing.
Hey,
having it
Lazy,
both ways.
I
That's
gotta ask you
KD
this:
have it both ways.
Bro,
That's
that's not.
KD who had it both ways.
Hey, Lazy, I gotta ask you this: how you feel about Mr. Moss putting his girlfriend in his photo icon? Mr. Moss put his girlfriend in his
Hey, no
photo. How you
comment.
feel
I
about
don't have
that?
nothing to do with that, bro.
Man, keep it basketball. You
I
got
keep
no
it basketball.
shit.
Mr.
Mr.
Moss
Man's
put
my
his
guy,
girlfriend in his
so
photo.
he
It's very nice of you to do that, Mr. Moss.
he repping his girl, bro. He
If
repping
he
his
got
girl.
his girl in there, it's
That's
cool,
right.
bro. Mind your
That's
damn
right.
business.
So, Mr. Moss, you can talk
Haas,
shit
come on,
about
Haas.
Cam
Don't be
Whitmore. You
messy,
don't know the
bro.
man. You
No,
can
that's
talk shit
actually
about
my
Cam,
dog,
Mr.
J-Dog.
Hey,
Hey,
Mr.
J-Dog.
Moss.
That's
That's
my
who.
Hey, Mr.
that's
Moss,
my
Mr. Moss,
dog.
you can talk shit about Cam Whitmore, but you don't know the man. You don't
But
know the man. You don't know a damn thing
this is
about
my
Cam
The
channel.
Whitmore.
man just read a report. He just read a report to you
If this was
from
my channel, bro, I would have been blocked your
from an
ass, bro.
inside
Proud boy.
Sergeant
You
the
a proud boy.
insider, bro. Sergeant insider with the Texans, the Astros, and the Rockies, bro. Yeah, if you
So
in
let me
Houston,
tell
you
you
know
this,
who
Anthony
Sergeant Big
Irwin.
Sarge is, bro.
Let me tell you something. Anthony Irwin, Los Angeles is the guy that put out the Lakers rumor. So you don't think there's an agenda there? Just because you read something online, you got to be skeptical.
Thank you,
If you read
Haas.
something online,
We
you got to be
ain't top.
skeptical.
Niggas, goofy, bro.
If you read something online, you got to first be skeptical and ask what's the source and what's their agenda. I
It ain't
guarantee
about
you the
Anthony
Lakers.
Irwin,
I
bro.
guarantee you, J-Dog, the Lakers would love to have Cam Whitmore right now. I guarantee you that.
Listen, bro.
I guarantee you that. And let me. So I got another question, Greenleaf. So once again, who's your bucket getter coming off the bench? If you get rid of Cam, tell me who that man is. Who's your bucket getter coming off the bench?
He wasn't a bucket getter last year coming out the bench.
I'm asking you a question, J-Dog. Who is the guy who's getting buckets off the bench?
He wasn't getting buckets last year.
Aaron Holiday is their guy. Aaron Holiday is their TJ McConnell. So there it is. Aaron Holiday.
Tell me a name. Give me a name.
Y'all niggas think you gonna win a championship with Aaron Holiday, nigga, as your best player coming off the bench? You tripping?
Stay tuned, nigga. Stay tuned.
Give me a name. Give me a name. Who's your bucket getter coming off the bench?
Bro, we ain't.
I want a name. You better name someone. I'm gonna be ready to whoop your ass.
Hey, chill out with that. But you know what? The dude,
so
hey, chill out that. You know what?
I'm so scared.
Hey, but for real though, Haas, I will tell you this, Haas. That is a good ass fucking question, bro.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, nobody. See, none of y'all
Cam
are serious
no
people.
bucket.
None of y'all are serious.
You ain't serious talking about you gonna whoop somebody's ass, bro.
Listen, Mr. Moss. Mr. Moss is over here. Listen, Mr. Moss, he's so insecure. He has to lob personal insults at Cam Whitmore.
Greenleaf,
Cam
man,
Whitmore
that
never did
shit
a
be
damn thing to
lies,
you,
bro.
Mr. Moss.
Boy, it's crazy as hell. Boy,
Hey, y'all crazy than a motherfucker, man.
I got 17 reasons your ass won't
Listen,
touch me.
Mr. Moss is so. Listen, J-Dog, Mr. Moss is so insecure. Mr. Moss is so insecure. He got a
J-Dog,
lot
watch your
of
back,
personal
bro.
insults. He got a lot of personal insults at Cam Whitmore. Mr. Moss, Cam Whitmore ain't never done a damn thing to you in your life. And you gotta insult the man,
Mars, bro?
right?
We didn't all
And
came
you gotta insult
Right.
the man.
This dude stalking me,
Like
bro.
he's
He's
done something
stalking
to
me.
your mama. Man,
He's
you a sad brother, Mr. Moss. You a sad ass
stalking
brother.
me, bro.
And Mr. Moss, the reason why you have never ascribed to the word potential or upside is because no one ever told you have any potential or upside. You ain't got no potential.
Is
You ain't
this
got no
personal or
upside.
something, bro? Like, what's
You're
going on?
just a
Hey,
bum
man, chill
ass.
out, man. God damn, bro. I
You're
mean, can
just
we
a
keep it
bum
on
ass.
ball, please,
You
man?
ain't got
Come
no
on, bro.
potential, no upside.
Bro.
Man, y'all is crazy, bro.
You never had
No,
no upside,
that's
Mr.
one
Moss.
Hey,
dude
this
over here
shit's so
doing that,
All
funny,
you've
man.
been a
though.
bum ass
This
on the
the
street.
funniest shit in the world right
So
now,
cook
I'm
your
telling you.
fat ass meals and increase your belt size 2 inches every year and get the hell off the panel.
Oh, get you some roast sparks, man.
This man Haas is crazy as hell, man.
I hate when Mr. Moss comes up here and act like he know basketball when he been wrong about every prediction he made the last 5 years.
We all done got on Cam ass on this stream, bro. What are you talking about?
So
Why you
first of
singling
all,
out Miles,
when I look at Cam, I don't see an attitude problem. I see a competitor. And the last time I checked in sports, you want competitors on your team.
You don't think the coach see don't have to, bro?
You want competitors on your team. The last time I checked in sports,
What
you want competitors
what
on
about
your
if
team.
inmate?
See,
Okay,
the
House.
guys I don't like,
what-
the guys I don't like on my team are the
What-
guys that don't care. Guys
What
that are
about if
soft.
inmate? What about if
The
inmate
guys
see
I
got
don't like
attitude
on my
problem?
team, J-Dog, are the guys that don't care, the guys that
I
are
heard
soft.
you. I
What I
heard
see in Cam
I heard
Whitmore,
you.
what I see in Cam Whitmore is a guy who cares, a guy who ain't soft,
He cares
a guy
about
who
himself.
competes, a
He
guy
cares
who
about his
competes.
goddamn
I
self.
want that guy on my roster.
Man,
He cares. He's not soft. He competes.
he
That's the guy
cares
I
about
want
himself,
on my
bro.
roster.
He being selfish, huh?
No, he's not. Listen, J-Dog, you think it's selfish for a man to want playing time? Get the
Bro,
fuck out of here.
Bro,
Man,
we'll
have
do
you
what I
ever
need you to
competed
do.
in your
We'll
life?
do what
Have
we'll
you
do
ever
what I need you to
competed?
do, bro.
Have you
We'll do what
ever
I need you to
competed
do.
in your life?
Yes, bro.
There's nothing unhealthy about wanting playing time. That shows you care.
Guess what?
That shows that you care.
Guess what?
Does that make John think Kuminga selfish? Because I seen when he came in the game off the bench, he was the best player on the court. Off the
There is
bench.
nothing wrong.
And locking up Ant-Man.
Have you seen Cam in these
And
games,
locking
bro?
up Ant-Man.
Have you seen Cam in them games last year, bro?
There is
So he's
nothing
selfish,
wrong
though.
whatsoever.
Because you want to just play, but you
Listen,
selfish. All right.
There's nothing wrong
Yeah, you
whatsoever
selfish,
with an
He had
athlete
things in
wanting
the game
playing
he worked
time.
on, bro.
That shows they care. Y'all a bunch of soft ass people trying to sack like, oh, if he wants playing time, he must be a locker room cancer. No, you want a man who wants playing time. That shows they care. That shows they want to work. They want to compete. I like Cam Whitmore. He can be an asset to this team. And I really despise y'all, the people that are calling him names and acting like he's the worst guy in the world. Cam Whitmore has never shown me that he's like an absolute locker room cancer. Not one time has he ever said nothing like that.
But how you only watched 5 games last year, bro? Come on, man.
Not one media report did any details that showed me that he's a locker room cancer. Y'all are a bunch of soft ass brothers trying to act like you can't want playing time, you can't compete for minutes. No, I want that brother on my team. I want a brother who wants to play. I want a brother who wants to compete. I want a brother who's not soft. And guess what? I guarantee you, deep down in his soul, Ime likes that guy. Deep down in his soul, Ime likes that guy's character. I guarantee you that.
You gotta walk a line, bro. When you talking about professionalism, bro.
I'm just sick of the slander. I'm just sick of the Cam slander. Y'all going too far.
Cam slander, bro.
Y'all are going way too far.
You going way too far throwing that soft shit.
Mr. Moss calling him all these sorts of names and slanderous names.
I'm starting to really believe, look, man. I'm starting to believe you got some kind of fetish.
Mr. Moss, you're a despicable
I don't
human
understand
being.
you, man.
Mr. Moss, you're a
really
despicable human being.
Moss, what you do this do, man?
Man, we're talking about a Rockets. If you're a Rockets fan, how are you going to slander one of their players? You're a despicable human being.
Bro, reports came out all last year about Cam, bro. Reports came out when he was coming out the draft about Cam, bro.
There were no detailed reports that showed me that he did nothing wrong. He didn't go get in a fight with nobody in the locker room. The only thing he wanted to do, J-Dog, is he wanted to play. And I like that kind of guy.
So if Villanova
wants minutes, I like a guy that wants to play. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
He played at Villanova.
Wanting to play.
When he wasn't hurt, he played at Villanova. He still had the attitude issues.
There's nothing wrong with that. See, what I see is I see a competitor. I see someone who's not soft. See, that's old school basketball where I come from. That's called old school basketball, where someone has a little bit of chip on their shoulder. I like that in a player. I don't want some guy who don't care, who's soft, who just sits on the end of the bench and just takes his 2 minutes a game. I don't want that guy. I want a guy who's ready, who wants to play, who wants to compete, who's not going to sit there and be soft and be just completely out of the game. I see Cam Whitmore when someone throws down a dunk. I see him jumping off the bench, congratulating his teammates. So stop the slander.
You know what? That's all. No, you got it, man. Look, listen. That's all well said and done. But the thing is, if the GM and if the coach, if they thinking about getting rid of him, especially not trading for a player, it's something there, bro.
It definitely has to be something else.
Hey, Laro, the source for that Lakers report was a Los Angeles reporter.
He is on the.
This is someone trying to. This is
Laro,
someone.
don't go
We're
down
talking
that
about
rabbit hole
Anthony
with that
Irwin.
Laker report
We're
shit.
talking about Anthony
It's
Irwin,
beyond
Los
that, bro.
Angeles, right?
It ain't got
Anthony
nothing to do with no
Irwin,
Laker
Los
report,
Angeles.
bro.
We're talking about Anthony Irwin, Los Angeles.
Nah,
That's
this
the
is about
reporter.
Cam. Bro, this about Cam. This ain't got nothing to do with no fucking Laker report. Stop saying that.
Yes, it does, because I don't believe that report. I don't believe that report. That report's a bunch of bullshit. That reporter is trying to breathe into life something that's not true.
Bro, these reports been out about Cam since last year. What are you talking about?
There's no truth to the Lakers report. Trust me, they're not going to give Cam Whitmore to a competitor who was a 3 seed last year.
Get off the myth, bro.
They're not going to give Cam Whitmore to the 3 seed in the West. I guarantee you that's not going to happen.
Man, Greenleaf must be eating. Hey man, hey J-Dog, Greenleaf must be eating lunch or something, man, because
Yeah, I'm right here,
ain't nobody.
I'm right here, bro. What you talking about? Nigga? I'm right here.
Hey,
Come on right here, fam. I ain't never
hey,
went
man,
nowhere.
hey, okay.
I was turned up like he love Cam Whitmore. He love
Yeah,
Cam
he is,
Whitmore.
man.
Like, goddamn.
They will not give that man the 3 seed in the West. I guarantee you that will never happen. That Los Angeles reporter is trying to breathe into life something that the Lakers desperately need, and they need a guy like Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, we know, bro.
And by the way, King, for you to mention Cam's defense,
He not up here, man.
And
He ain't up
King,
here.
you know, I like King, but for him to mention Cam Whitmore's defense as if that's a big problem. Listen, y'all are oozing defense on your starting roster and on the bench, and the defense is the last thing you should be concerned about. There's nothing wrong with having a bucket getter amidst all your defensive talent.
It ain't about that, bro.
Yes, it is about that.
House, you ain't never coached a day in your life. You ain't never played sports a day in your life.
Man,
You don't know. You don't. Hold on. I'm gonna boot your ass. Hold on. Here's somebody out, man. You
I
can't
would
just.
dunk on Mr. Moss 4 times.
I don't know what you got with Mars real quick. Mars gonna
he got something. He got something, bro.
At the same time, you know what I'm saying? Cam Whitmore, bro. It's about what we want from this squad going forward. Winning, we in contention mode, bro. Like I said, it's one person that we should be eyeing as far as getting the most development, the most playing time. That's Reed Shepard. Cam Whitmore, yes, I'm pretty sure we are with you, House, as far as not getting rid of Cam. But at the same time, you said that you don't watch the Rockets games heavy like we did, so we pay more attention to what he's doing. That's gonna make up the team as far as like win time mode. You never answered or addressed. Is he gonna be that go-to guy off the bench for Kevin Durant when he wasn't trying to do that with Jalen Green? So you got KD over here. You plug and play KD with Jalen Green's scoring production. You go and get Durant finney-smith. He might not even be a starter. So you plug all that into the play. Like, where's Cam Newton going to come?
Nobody gave me a name yet. Who's your bucket getter coming off the bench? Who is the bucket getter coming? Someone give me a name.
House. On the team right now, it's Cam Whitmore.
Thank you. So why are you getting rid of the only bucket getter you got coming off the bench?
We're not talking about none of that. We're not saying we should trade Cam. We just saying that it's something going on right now.
No, what I'm saying is something going on is a bunch of bullshit. There's nothing going on.
Hold on, House. If you can get some production matter in the contention
Going
mode, you're
on.
not
You got
worried
a Los
about no
Angeles
third-year
reporter.
player trying to satisfy him, bro.
You got a Los Angeles reporter trying to breathe into life something that's not ever going to happen. Y'all need to learn to have a bullshit detector.
Bro, I got one. It's you.
You seriously.
Hey,
just because you see something. No. Listen, just because you see something on it.
Fuck all that shit. Hey, real quick, so when Big Sarge come out there and say what he said about this, he's plugged in and everything like that. He knows what the Rockets locker room and the atmosphere, and he'll post questions from the coach staff along the lines of the thing. So when he's saying this is a real deal spill right here, right? It's a real deal spill. So at the end of the day, we just saying if Cam's not ready to be locked in on not being that guy, like he's KD now. So now KD coming here, he having the same demeanor. Man, I should be out there with KD. No, nigga.
Mm-mm,
Play your
mm-mm.
role and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Have an
you
NBA career
starting
about
late,
what you
bro.
are,
That's
nigga.
right, bro.
You're Rashard
Bro,
McCants to me right now. On
that's
this
facts,
team,
bro.
on this team,
That's facts.
can get buck.
Yo, it's one thing I would want to say about this, about what Sarge said. Though I didn't hear about him and Ime button heads often. That's something new to me. So I will
But
take his
see,
word for it.
But
But
but look,
Laro,
damn,
hey, remember Laro? A minute ago, we were saying like how Cam Whitmore threw Ime under the bus as far as like playing more and
mm-hmm.
like his role should be elevated more and stuff like that. That's what I mean.
I say that
Can't no second year player tell me that at all, nigga.
I say that's more youth, bro, because it's not like he went to the media. Somebody
Are we
put a
gonna cater?
microphone
Are we gonna
and a
cater to
camera
a
in
young
his
Laro?
face. They put a microphone and a camera in his face and said, "Why aren't you playing more?" And I think he
Well,
handled it. He handled it poorly.
he
He
needs some
did.
PR rep. He needs some PR rep, but at the same time, can't no second year player. I feel everybody, like that demeanor, like that attitude, and everything like that. But sometimes that's a cause for the pause. You're not in a scenario where you're in Phoenix reaching out for more playing time when certain players ain't playing good, when y'all on a bad team. This is a good team that's trying to get better. And if you're not capable of locking in on trying to get better for what you're capable of for the team, then okay, cool. We're gonna try to place you in the best position as possible. But I will give you time, like I said over and over. I'm gonna give him time to do that. 25 games and see what he's capable of going forward with the squad right now.
I am agreeing, and you're right, bro. But this the thing though. Sarge only just giving like a overview of everything that did happen since he been there for his button head. Bro, MA, it's already been said. This came out MA mouth from the media. Cam have been when they Cam tried to throw him under the bus for like playing time and all this at the end of the season and his role and this, that, and the third. And they hit MA with the question like Cam said this, so what do you think? MA said, hey man, he know what he need to work on. Coaching staff, we called out a plan for Cam. He knew what he needed to do to get on the court. Bro, like y'all look, bro, dude, is shit that damn basic nowadays? Everybody got to say everything to a letter before you understand what they mean, bro. If Cam didn't see playing time this past season, he wasn't working on what the coaching staff and MA wanted him to work on, bro. So he couldn't trust him on the floor. If I don't see every time I give you a little playing time or in practice, you're not showing me that you're not working on these things. You're not doing these things to do what I need you to do to get what I need you to get, bro. Bro. Cam ain't proved nothing on the NBA level, bro. KD has won at the highest level. He won MVPs before he got to Golden State, bro. So he was accomplished before he got to Golden State. Far as that, his individual talent. He hadn't won a championship yet, but he was already an accomplished player, bro. Went to the finals, all that shit. So Cam ain't proved nothing, ain't done nothing on this level to have a level of arrogance, bro, at all. He need to
J-Dog,
humble himself.
do these dudes really want to win now, bro? Because all this silence era is over with. All this phase two is over
Man,
with, bro. Like
Okay,
so
so you want to win,
all
but
this
you
shit
want
is
to get
over with,
you want
nigga.
to
We
win,
on
but you
some
want to
win
get
time.
rid
We
of
on
your
demon
bucket getter
time,
off the
nigga.
now they
bench,
don't
right?
want to win if they think
You want to win, but you want to get rid of your bucket getter coming off the bench. Is that what I'm
what
hearing?
was
To
he the
be
bucket
because
getter
you
last
act
year?
like
Come
saying
off the
Hold on.
bench, y'all?
you act like saying winning.
See. All that yelling, you got to keep it simple for these niggas, J-Dog.
Nah, you got to, bro.
Say it again one time, J-Dog. I'll answer it for you.
Was he the bucket getter coming off the bench last year?
Nope. But what we
And
was
what?
number 2 in the West,
And number 2 in the way.
and and,
Come on, bro.
and, and there it is.
And top 5 defense.
Okay,
Without him,
so y'all still haven't given me a name. Who's your bucket getter coming off the bench then? Tell me. Give me a name.
house. We was the
Give me a name, pussy. Give me a name, pussy.
Wow, hey
this nigga.
man,
Give me a name. I asked you for a name. Give me a
He
name
mad.
of the bucket getter
He
coming
mad. He
off the
mad.
bench.
We ain't tripping. He mad.
Give me a name, or you're a pussy.
You white boy, they show like to throw that.
Man, you have
Boy,
no idea about basketball, man. You act like winning means you just get rid of all your bucket getters, so your bench squad don't know how to make a fucking bucket.
You ain't never played no sports, bro. You
Man,
have no understanding.
I guarantee you, I played more basketball than you.
No,
I guarantee you that.
no,
I
you
guarantee
no,
you
you
that.
I'll put my money
I
on you. I
guarantee
doubt
you
that,
that.
nigga.
no. I
I
guarantee
doubt
you
that.
have.
I mean, I ain't played against Jimmy Butler like Greenleaf has.
Nigga, you ain't played organized shit. You might have bounced. That's why your ass so thrown off in the head. When you can't think.
On another level that you
You
never
ain't
seen
did
before.
shit. You
I
ain't
was
played
cooking
shit,
on another
bro.
level you ain't never seen
Bro,
before.
you ain't never
If
played
you
no
guys expect
organized
to
shit,
win,
bro.
if you guys
But hold
expect to
on.
win
Hey,
in
Jada,
front of
real
the
quick.
bench
Hold on.
roster with nobody knows how
Hold
to
on,
get a
real quick,
bucket,
OG. So,
if you
House,
guys
let me ask
expect
you
to
this.
win
Let
with
me
a
ask you
bench
this, House.
roster where nobody knows how to get a bucket, good
House,
luck with that. Good luck with that.
let me ask you this, though, real quick, House. I said it multiple times. I'm not trying to get rid of Cam Whitmore. You feel
Thank
me?
you.
Hold on. But I also say that if his attitude and his presence,
What do you mean he's a competitor?
hold
What
on.
do you mean his attitude?
Hold
I'm
on.
sick of this. I'm sick of this comment about his
Hold on.
attitude.
You
There's
triggered by the
nothing wrong with
slightest.
being a
You
competitor.
triggered by the slightest, bro. Just
There's
hold on.
nothing
Hold
wrong
your
with being a
post. Ain't no, you arguing with yourself, goddamn it. You
Ain't
arguing
have a
with yourself.
goddamn
What I'm saying
civilized
is,
conversation, bro.
Bro,
he can't do it, bro. What I'm saying is,
he,
bro, if he can't buy into that shit, then how many games did I say I would give him? We 2 hours on how many games, bro?
What you
20,
said,
25.
25?
20,
Come on, bro.
25. That's what you
Like
said. You said
goddamn, if
25.
you can't understand that shit, so when I ask you if it's past that mark of a games in the season, then what you gonna do? You gonna wait for a third stringer? Don't know if he a 2 guard or 3 guard because he have little highlights he can dunk on a nigga. No, what are y'all waiting on? Like what we waiting on? He made Udoka. He know more than them. We know. Like you said, House. Talking about, oh, we don't know this, we don't know that. You don't know shit about the Rockets at all. But what the players is on the test of the name on the back of their jersey. So what we saying is when a guy like Big Sarge said they was butting heads because they have the same attitude and they have the same type of, diaphragm. Yes, we all love that shit. I want my little nigga stay around me because I want to get him right. But if he ain't listening to me, if he ain't not developing himself, if it's better, if it's the betterment of the team for me, I'm the head coach. Then what I'm doing with you, young blood? What I'm doing with you, young G? I'm gonna move around because my job on the line. They just extended me to win championships, not to cater to no little boy. We got rid of one boy, and we trying to cater to another one that's coming off the bench. Come on, man. Come on, dog. We got to be in
Hey,
some type
Green.
of different mode right now.
Hey, Green. And then we look at who got paid, right? Barry got that bag for 5 years. Why for 5 years? Because he'll do anything. You need me to come off the bench. You need me to start. You need me to play you want me to play the five, even though I was a prolific scorer
They
in
did
college.
everything they
I'll
asked.
do that. I'll do anything you ask. You know what? I'll come back off of injury. Oh wait, Armin takes my spot. He gets to shine. I'm gonna clap up. I ain't gonna ever give no attitude. I ain't gonna do nothing. When it's my time, I'm gonna hit 43% threes in the playoffs like a boss.
Come on,
That's
man.
what Barry did.
Come on, bro. Facts, B. Facts, dog. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Leezy, Mr. Mars, Laro, B. Is at the end of the day, we on some win mode time. If you're not trying to buy into what's going on, because everybody is saying that. So let me ask y'all this: so we're a championship caliber team with Cam Whitmore being a go-to guy right now with everything that we know from Cam Whitmore. Right now, we don't know if he's better or worse. And somebody said he started the season off worse than he was. So where we at right now, going forward with KD along with Durant finney-smith, Cam, the 2 guard, maybe the possibly wing off the bench. Is it because of Cam? And if it's not because of Cam, we can make a better move.
Once again, Greenleaf, who's your bucket getter coming off the bench?
Right now,
When
it's
you
Cam
put your
Whitmore,
bench
House.
roster out there, you need a guy who's going to go out and get a bucket.
It's Cam Whitmore right now, bro.
Okay, so I'm asking you, if he's off the team, I want to name who is the guy getting buckets off the bench.
Sorry,
Reed Shepard.
I'll get nice.
I'll let you know when we
See,
hold on.
that just proves that I'm.
I'll let you know when we make that move. But right now, that Cam Whitmore is that guy to get a bucket. But at the same time, we want an overall bench, not just no one guy scoring points off the bench. We need a whole makeup off the team because you have Reed Shepard coming off the bench who needs some development at what he's capable of. You got Cam Whitmore who needs to develop, not just to be a scorer. And then you have Durant finney-smith added to this squad. So you don't know who's going to start at the 4. You have Steven Adams. So what I'm saying is overall for the team, it's a makeup of what their bench is. The bench has to be just as good as the starters when they're not on the court. Yes, anybody can come off the bench and get buckets, but is it impactful for the team for what they placed in it? That's what I'm talking about. You're asking
but if you
dumbfounded
don't have
question
Cam,
right now.
if you don't have Cam, then you throw your bench roster out there, and you got a bunch of guys who can play defense, but nobody knows how to score. Okay,
Reed Shepard. Reed Shepard.
That's not going to produce a winning bench roster.
Man, well, you know what? First of all, hold on. First of all 5 bench guys are not going to be playing at the same time. Their minutes going to be staggered with the starters, bro. So somebody going to be on the court that's going to be able to score, man.
That's facts.
And in terms of the minutes that Cam's going to get, guess what? Jalen played 82 games at 33 minutes. Dylan Brooks played 75 games at 33 minutes. Those minutes are going to have to be replaced. And who you got? You brought in KD and you brought in Durant finney-smith. Now, are those guys going to be playing 82 games at 33 minutes a game? I don't think so.
No, you're going to up.
There's minutes available. There's minutes available.
Get his ass
Cam.
beat. He cut everybody else off, man. Don't stop talking because he talking. Cook his ass.
Hey, no, let's go like this. But it's just like we got wings in there. Like, listen, we got better defense. Fuck Dylan Brooks. Listen, I appreciate what you did, but look, we got Bari, we got Tari. They can increase their minutes, and those eat up those minutes real quick. By the time you increase some of our other stars' minutes and people that we play, there's only 8 to 10 minutes left.
Cam's going to get 20 minutes a game. Watch it happen.
And he might, but guess what? He's still gonna be talking shit on the bench, crying like a bitch, saying I should be an all-star. I should be Kobe.
He had never said that. Man,
he just act like it.
You a damn lie. He ain't never said that. You making shit
up.
He
can't comprehend what we talking about though.
You are making shit up to slander that.
He can't comprehend what we talking about though.
Man, he got that Ace Bailey syndrome, fam. Like
Cam Whitmore, like if he doesn't buy into the system, if he doesn't buy into his position on his team, then you know what I'm saying, you're gonna say you're a liability as well. We don't owe Cam shit.
Not at all.
We owe this dude,
bro.
Like for real. Like what do we owe this nigga, dog?
Right. Nah, Green, you're right, bro. It's a
privilege.
It's a privilege to play in the league, bro. It ain't
he got passed up 19 times, J-Dog.
Already.
And who fell in? Who left in? No Diddy.
Come on, man.
And it's a privilege to play on the Rockets. You could be playing and you know what I'm saying? Like you can play on some whole ass team like Utah. And you know what I mean? You got girls, you got the city, you got, it's lit in Houston. You shut your mouth. Like and the city's back on. You know what I mean? So
man, don't none of that mean a goddamn thing when you trying to get paid, bro. You can have all the girls in the city you want. You can have
that's true. That's true.
Man, hey, that don't mean shit, bro.
Hey, Laro, would you agree, bro, if Cam Whitmore really lock in and buy in? Because we've been paying attention to him all season long since he's been drafted. Would you agree that if he's locked into his role coming off the bench, that we're a hell of a team because we have a young gunner. Like I said, I don't want to send that type of talent to the Lakers and they can produce that. But you have Ime Udoka really trying to guide you into a player where. Yeah, when you're 21, you can have a deal. You feel me? At a 20th pick with this squad. You my rotational guy. You know what I'm saying? Some guys be paying 25 plus people off the bench just to come off their bench type shit. So I'm just saying, as a young guy like Cam Whitmore, you can set yourself up for success going forward. But if you ain't locking in right now, bro, I can't deal with that. And we all know his attitude.
Well, you know what?
Players like Bruce Brown and like key rotational pieces on the championship team get paid in this league.
Yeah, you're right, man. But the thing is, and that's the one thing about Cam. I mean, it's just I want a young guy like that to have an attitude like that. You know what I'm saying? That's cool with me. He think he's better than what he is. I mean, better than what his playing time warrants. Well, go out there and get a coach what he's asking for. I mean, because what we call him, a bucket a minute. He can put the ball inside the hoop. So if he comes in with his attitude, I'm definitely gonna give him more than 25 games. But if he comes in with the right attitude, I mean, shit, he can be a high quality guy coming off the bench.
But
He's not gonna.
Nah,
He's not our six man. He's
it's
not our
really
six man off the bench.
it's really kind of peculiar because that they saying like outside sources or have Cam Whitmore in trade scenarios and things like that. When he made Udoka, and these guys said that we're gonna give him, more room to produce playing time and stuff like that going forward. So I believe that they had that intact. But we don't know what outside meeting that they had behind the scenes, and this dude carry himself how he carry himself. And he made Udoka type of dude. He a man's man. He'll look at you in your eye. You feel me? He gonna keep it, straightforward. And if he can't see, if you're ready for that type of scenario, then I need something else. I need something else. Period. And I don't think it's anything wrong with that because yes, they might prevail outside the Rockets, but that's on them. If you can't prevail with the Rockets in a win situation right now, this is the best position that Jalen was in, probably in his career going forward. And it's going to be the better position for Cam Whitmore. You know what I'm saying? Jalen got paid, but we ain't pay a dime on that $30 million. We paid him straight off his rookie tax. So with Cam Whitmore, you think you better than that? Okay, show me. Show me though. Show me. But you have to prove me that you ready to be in a role off the bench when we in some win time mode, right? Hey, EL Hutton, what's up, EL? EL pulling up on the back end. What's up, EL?
What up, people? How y'all doing?
What up, man? What you got on this whole situation, man? What you got on Cam Whitmore? How you feel about it?
Salutes to the panel, man. Y'all over here cooking. Hey, I just want to say everybody make good points, man. And I think, overall it's just a matter of, people want to drive home the way they feel about it, the passion they got about it. Because I understand what House is saying. He's not saying nothing that we all don't feel as Rockets fans. We all want to see what Cam could develop into because we feel like he could be that boy. And in a perfect situation, he could be that boy. But obviously, my point has been this. If Cam hasn't, for me, this is what I said. I said when KD posted his video 24 hours after being traded to the Rockets, he posted a video of his. I'm the truth. I'm posting the video the same day of me in the gym working on my defense. That's how you show a person who say, "Hey, look, I'm not a leader. Yeah, but I'm gonna follow you because you're better than me." So you could have showed right then that you're bought in by just following what the guy that they brought in to be your best player do. If he posts a video in the lab, post a video of you in the lab. When Ime look up, you showing that you studying film. You with Armin, you with Tara, you studying film, picking their brain on what to do. So this is the kind of stuff that I say, even though you have the talent, you might say he's a dog, but he don't show the dog because he don't show the competitiveness that it takes to get better. And I think that's what we're really missing in a guy who is an extreme talent as opposed or in contrast to a guy that's a consummate professional. And that's what Cam is really missing, which is if I had a 1 second clip of what I would like to say is, I don't know if he's doing it or not. But what I'm saying is the guys that we know are dogging it out trying to get better. We see he may giving them guys a chance, even if they don't succeed at what they do.
Mike bugging on that your mic, yeah.
That might be me. What is doing?
It's buzzing.
Okay, that might be me. Well, I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm gonna get off of here. But look, at the end of the day, man, we want to see Cam do better. But if he gets traded, hey, more power to him. I'll still follow him. That's my take, though, bro. Appreciate y'all having me.
Nah. Salute to you, yeah. Salute to you, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it's all about the expectations of Cam Whitmore. What's his mindset come off the bench? Because right now, you have some guys say he should start. And I'm saying, like, I don't think he's worthy of that yet. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
People believe that Reed Shepard should start. I don't think he's worthy of that yet. They are the two guys that need to be developed going forward. And when it comes to Cam Whitmore, man, and being involved in some trade talks or 17 deal scenario like that, I just feel like that the Rockets have a plan where we on some contending mode right now. And if certain guys that's not here anymore, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, you're looking at your bench now. Because I think the starters are solidified. They plugged in, they locked in, they extended. Fred VanVleet, you got KD now, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Şengün, Almond Thompson, you have Durant Finney-Smith, who's plugged in, and Clint Capella, who's a backup center. And so, like, there you have it. You feel me? So when it comes to Cam Whitmore, I don't think we should cater to this dude like that because, I know people in us projectally and talent-wise, the eye test, oh, yeah, he has the talent. He's a better shooter than Jalen. He's but he's a better teammate. Is he gonna do what other guys? Are you a coach's player? Those are the things that you're looking for right now. Because fuck all that passe shit where we in phase 2 on some mediocre winning shit. 41 wins, 52 wins. Nigga, I'm trying to get 62 wins now. Let's get 10 more wins what we did the year prior. Type shit.
My bad. Hey, Greenleaf. My mic sound better now?
Yeah, you good, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
this
you
is
good.
what I wanted to say. I wanted to say something about what Hoff said because he kept driving it. Who's the scorer coming off the bench, right? If you was even listening to the stream last year, you kept hearing Greenleaf say, we do it by committee. We do it by committee. Jalen only scored 20 points last year, 21 points, 22 points last year. And it was House last year that was jumping on every stream saying Jabari need more plays ran for him. It was House that was saying that. And now he's saying, who's your score coming off the bench? House, you're contradicting yourself. Don't you want Jabari to get more shots? Don't you want Torrey to get more shots?
Yeah, or just play by committee like we always been. That's the culture.
Play by committee. There we
it
go.
Ain't just defense, play by committee. That's the culture too.
Let me respond to that briefly. Okay, I understand what you're saying, and I think Jabari can be a guy coming off the bench because I actually believe Torrey should start. I think Jabari should come off the bench. But my point is, Jabari really cannot create his own shot. He's more of a guy, if he's open, you pass him the ball, he can knock it down. And that's Jabari's main sort of offensive output is he could be in the corner, and when he's open, he'll knock down the shots. But you can't hold on, let me finish. You can't give Jabari the ball and say create something or go attack the rim. Jabari's not that type of player. He don't have a bag. Jabari's just a good shooter.
Cam don't do that as well, though.
Listen, hold on a second. Jabari's a good shooter without a bag. Cam actually does have a little bit of a bag. I'm not saying
he don't have no goddamn bag.
I'm not saying he's Kobe Bryant. I'm not saying he's Kobe Bryant.
He attacked the rack. He rebounds, get aggressive. He's big with it. He's good. A knockdown shooter from the perimeter, from the three.
I'm not saying he's Kobe Bryant,
yes, but we talking about a
bag.
No,
bit of a bag.
you talking about the bar though?
I think
Jabari ain't really a good shot creator. He gets all his buckets off like mid-range on the block or a catch and shoot guy, but he's not a guy you can get a ball to and say, go get me a bucket.
Right.
But hold on.
Can I I'm saying Cam the same way if you really look at his game.
Nah, Cam can go get you a bucket.
Cam Whitmore, he's a bucket, but he don't get his own buckets off his own.
He gets his own buckets, bro. You can give him the ball, he go get his own. I've been watching him since college, bro.
That's not true, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying, Elise. Like, I'm not trying to cap or do none of that. It's fast breaks. It's off of what you're doing on your own merit. And that's not creating your own shot. He's not.
I've seen him get the ball in a fast break situation to go coast to coast, though. So, but we ain't talking about in transition because a lot of them outlet passes, they come from somebody else. All you got to do is go to the basket. I'm talking about in a half court setting. Cam Whitmore can go get a bucket because he's big. He got a strong handle and he knows how to create separation. Get to his
Let me elaborate on this perimeter.
How you gonna tell me, bro? And
how you gonna tell me, nigga? And I'm the Rockets go-to nigga, right? So I'm telling you that Cam Whitmore on the perimeter, Elise, that when you give the ball to him, I see him get stuck on one side of the court. 1-2 step back dribble, undecisive. As far as the shot selection, he wasn't getting his money like that. So it was all around. It was just like Almond Thompson. Get it where you fit in. Jabari, like we tell him, get in where. Hold on. Get in where you fit in. So I'm saying, like, y'all talking about Jabari's game overall, as far as like getting your own bucket, putting the ball on the floor. Cam Whitmore, yes, all these guys got a 1-2 dribble pull up. It looks good at some scenarios, but you don't give that all around
Greenlee,
the whole game.
Greenlee,
That's crazy because I seen they gave the ball to TJ McConnell. You got to have good coaching. See, Email Doka is a good coach, bro, but he has his flaws. If you go back to that 22 championship, he didn't use his bench. You had Peyton Pritchard just sitting over there waiting. You played Marcus Smart way too many minutes, and that's why they lost the series. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't. And then against the Warriors in the playoffs, you sat Jabari Smith on the bench for way too long, and you went to all these other guys. But Jabari Smith got the highest percentage buckets on the block. Nobody could guard on the Warriors. There were nobody that can guard Jabari Smith on that block. Nobody.
Same time, I agree with that.
Let me just put it this way,
real quick.
We just went Jock Londale.
At the same time, he trusted those guys that he put out there on the court.
And they didn't get it done. That's his fault, though.
They was wet behind the ears this first finals appearance. I
gotta go with the guys that I gotta go with the guys that's got a hot streak going. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna sub them out." That's terrible coaching.
Easy in Houston. That's what he was doing.
Hey, yo, man, I just heard some breaking news, dog. Oh, hold on, Haas. What happened?
Jock Londale.
What happened? Larry, what happened, bro?
No, he just I heard him say it.
Say it.
Jock Londale, he garbage. Get him out of here.
I thought you said he got traded. My bad. Okay.
No, we
it don't matter if you waived him, trade him. It don't matter. He garbage.
That's not Greenlee.
That's not really breaking news.
No, I'm breaking.
Greenlee, let me just say it this way, okay? If you compare Cam Whitmore's bag to Kobe Bryant's bag, okay, Cam don't have a bag. But if you compare Cam Whitmore's bag,
I would never do that. I would never do that. So I don't even know
let me finish. Let me finish.
Why you're crazy.
But if you compare Cam Whitmore's bag to Jabari's bag, Cam's bag is enormous in that comparison. Because Jabari ain't got no bag. Cam's got a huge bag compared to Jabari.
Jabari had
Jabari got rim protection.
He's longer, he's more rebounder, play better defense. He's a better shooter. What are you talking about?
Jabari has the same game that he did at Auburn, bro. It's the same game. He don't have a one-on-one type situation when you watch him play, bro.
Miles, we just told this clown Haas that it's by committee. That's what we
right.
on one player and Cam Whitmore.
Off the bench. You haven't named a bucket getter off the bench. You have not named one. Not one.
They don't have one.
Bro, we said Reed Shepard 25 fucking times.
Reed Shepard is in the G League, bro, as a number 3 overall pick. Bro, that makes no sense.
Bro, he's about to get minutes.
I don't think
Hey, that's wild to me. If Aaron Holiday is that good, then I don't know. I know he comes from the Holiday tree, but at the end of the day, come on, bro.
You just gotta earn your stripes. Like Reed Shepard's gonna be
Aaron Holiday ain't helping you win no championship, bro. I'm telling you that right now.
But that's what I'm saying.
That you need though, like the key.
Aaron Holiday came out too early anyway. Should have stayed his ass in college.
You can't fuck at the same time, Elise. What I'm saying is, when you make a statement like that, Aaron Holiday is not going to be that guy that win you to a championship. No role player is going to be there, but he can be a part of what you're doing if he buys into the system. We've seen that with all championship caliber teams. The role players have to buy into what the coach, with the players. They have to have some familiarity with their players and, you know what I'm saying, scheme of things. So that's what you're looking for.
What's the system, though?
One of those guys that buys in. I think Durant finished.
What is the system? Houston don't have a system, bro.
We do got a.
What's y'all system?
We do got a system.
What is
it? Called tough defense, length, beat everybody on offensive rebounds, number 1 in the league, right? Make it tough. That's got to be non-negotiable.
Hey, B, hold on, B. What was OKC's system last year?
Their system was, let me get the ball to my best player, and guess what? I'm going to get downhill, and then I'm going to feed the ball to other players. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give him space. I'm going to give him space, let him do what he do, because nobody could guard SGA last year. So that opened up the floor for Lou Dort, Wallace, Chet Holmgren crashing the boards, and then you had players like Hartenstein and Alex Caruso ready to, you know what I'm saying, get the ball in the dunker spot for Hartenstein, and then Caruso spotting up for threes and playing defense.
Cool.
So who y'all got that's going to get downhill and draw all that attention? KD, the whole league?
Hold on, bro. You can't ask a question and answer at the same time when you hear me trying to elaborate and have a conversation with you, bro. I know you're stuck in your own head right now, but hear me out. You say that you said OKC have a system and it's giving the ball to Shea and doing magic. Don't you think KD can do that? He can do that with a team that's top 5 defense overall.
The force is
But
not
what
the
I'm
same.
saying,
KD can't get.
hold on. See, you talking and you don't even know you backstage. Just talking. Disrespect. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. So what I'm saying is, if you get a ball to KD, just like KD came out and say, get a ball to me and get out the way, then if they double team, I can make a play and make something happen. KD is a top. He's 37 years old. We know KD's resume. You mentioned him with Shea, and that's how Shea won a championship. So you mean to tell me that if KD put in a position with defenders around him, just like Shea is, he can't get a championship with a young premier KD right now?
I don't. Not this KD. I don't.
Okay.
KD not investing in
This
winning
K,
That's
okay,
championships.
your
time
opinion.
out.
That's your opinion.
Hey,
KD's not
Green,
investing in
can I
winning
get
chips,
out?
bro. So that's all I'm saying.
Hey, well, I just know
So
this.
good
We talked
luck.
about
Good luck with the
SGA.
KD experiment.
We talked about SGA last year. SGA was the number 2 jump shooter in the league in percentage, like true shooter. Number 2. Number 1 was Mr. fucking Kevin Durant.
Okay,
Okay.
what was Phoenix record with another All-Star with 2 other
Man,
All-Star
we
All
ain't
NBA
worried
players?
about Phoenix. Phoenix trash. We beat the
Hey,
hell out
hold
of
on,
Phoenix,
B. Hey,
dog.
what was
Y'all
they
missing
system?
the point,
What
bro.
was they
All
system?
right. I know y'all
No
hella
coach.
ecstatic and happy that KD is there,
Bro,
but
listen. No,
everything that
No,
glitter
okay.
ain't gold, homie.
Yeah,
I'm just letting y'all know.
It's
So
on
Let's
don't
talk
be
Sunday.
about
surprised when
Barbie.
y'all be like, man, we got to make a trade. We got to do this. We got to do that. Watch. I'm telling you.
Hold on. That's cool. That's cool because that's what the Warriors doing right now. Y'all made trades, try to get ecstatic because y'all got Stephen Curry and he needs Jimmy Butler over there and all that stuff. So y'all still need moves to get to the promised land. That's what the
We're
NBA is
gonna beat
about.
the brakes
So
off of
now
them.
when you talk about a team and we talk about us over here that's, you know what I'm saying, happy, or we got KD. Yeah, we really keeping composed right now because at the same time we
Okay.
want our young players. But we add a guy, I can't knock the stats. I can't knock what KD is as far as the individual player. And you add him to a good team that was number 2 in the West, and you needed his scoring and you needed his, on the court leadership as far as what you provide game to game. You can't tell me that doesn't help.
On
And
the
you have a
court,
great coach.
leadership is give me the ball and get out the way. That's on the court leadership. Come on, dude.
You said that about Shea. That's what won that championship. That's what you said.
But Shea never said, give me the ball.
No, that's what
Shea
you
always
said.
made
That's
it
what
about
you
his
said. You said
teammates,
that,
though.
that's
That's
what
why they were
you
so great,
You
bro, because
said
he always
that
made it about his
you said.
teammates.
Hold on, Elisa. That's what you said. You said that that's what they won them the championship. And I'm saying that if we can't do that, if we have KD over here with a culture building up, defensive culture, defense first. KD ain't no slouch on defense. You feel me? If you talking about just defense, you think Jalen Green is a better defender
So
than
who gonna handle the
Kevin
rock
Durant?
then? If KD gonna have the ball in his hand.
KD, Armin Thompson, and Fred VanVleet. They
But
can't handle
KD
the
is the
rock.
type of person to be like, nigga, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
That's KD though. But Armin Thompson and Fred VanVleet can't handle the rock.
All right. I know what they can do. I don't know if they're gonna get the same opportunities now that KD is. He dominates the ball too, though. You feel me?
But we just saw,
What?
hold on, Leezy, but we just saw SJ dominate the ball and be effective.
It's different, bro. SGA is a different type of leader than KD. You know what I'm saying? SGA is creating, getting downhill, putting pressure on the rim. KD ain't putting pressure on the rim like SGA.
You talking about leadership? We talking about buckets, skill set.
Yeah, but putting pressure
So
on
if you see, that's what I'm saying. So how y'all going? So why y'all mad at motherfucking Cam Whitmore if we talking about buckets? If he can get buckets, now you saying, oh, KD can get
You're not
buckets.
throwing in leadership with Cam Whitmore. You just talking about buckets. If we talking about
KD
buckets with
don't have
KD,
no
then
leadership, bruh.
see, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Maz.
Yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
He throw in leadership with KD. Well, we ain't never said KD was
Because
that
he's
leader.
a veteran. He should learn how to bring his teammates with him. And
that don't make no sense when you shifting to Cam Whitmore though, bro.
Right.
That don't make no sense.
I mean, and he missed the point that I said. He a leader because
hold on,
after you got
I
my
want
bad.
Miles to elaborate on that real quick.
Yeah, man. I mean, everybody said that, and we agreed to this. The Nets and the Phoenix Suns, that wasn't the right team around him.
Crazy.
Why he's not doing what he needs to do. He gets on a team that is committed to playing defense at an elite level, and he acts to come in and just put the ball in the basket. And now we're still saying that, or forecasting that he's not going to do a great job. And Leezy, putting pressure on the defense isn't always just playing downhill. I mean, you don't think Kevin Durant averaging 27 with those splits that efficient is not putting pressure on a defense? Come on.
KD is always going to put pressure on the defense, but is it going to impact winning? That's what all I'm saying.
Okay, Leezy.
I don't
Well,
care how good of
But
a
why are
scorer
you?
you are in your name, let alone in what you did, you know what I'm saying, back when yonder somewhere. We're talking about what are you doing right now? How are you impacting winning on a championship level team? He's
he
not
about to.
doing that.
But
Period.
He just about to got. He just got on the championship
but you
He
level
just
can't.
got
squad.
on the
He didn't
chip. See,
have
that's
one.
and that's what I have with these players. They're chasing rings. I need to be in the right situation. It got to be perfect for me. That sounds like LeBron Jr. Come on, what are we talking about?
Hey, I don't care. Give me the
Good,
ring.
okay,
I don't
well,
give a
good
damn.
luck
That's
then
a
with your
different
LeBron
argument.
experiment.
That's a different. I mean, what you just said. Okay, I can get with that, but that's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about his production, his impact on this team, and how
And
the.
we don't know what that looks like yet. Y'all keep saying on paper, yeah, it's KD
Okay,
on
okay.
paper. We
No,
got
you
this dude, we
that's
got
what
this
you
dude.
elaborating on.
Chemistry. You still got to build camaraderie. What is he doing in the offseason right now? Is he getting together with his teammates? Is he getting to
I would
know
say
them on a
this.
personable level? Like
I
it
would say
takes
this,
more
Miles.
than
Elise,
just
hold
being
on,
a
real
good
quick,
talent to
Elise.
win a championship, bro.
Elise, hold on, real quick. I would say his leadership is more valuable than Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks combined. I would say
Okay.
that.
Okay. Well, hey, guess
So
what?
with along with
Jalen
Ime
Green and
Udoka,
Dylan
hold
Brooks
on,
got y'all a
hold on,
second seed last year.
bro. Along,
So I don't
exactly.
want to
So
hear that.
I'm just saying, if that was mediocre, no leadership from a youngins, nobody believed in Dylan Brooks, nobody believed in Jalen Green as a youngin. As far as a leadership
I did.
mentality, I'm saying that if you bring in KD's on the court leadership, go to bucket that what we needed in the playoffs, that's
Right.
leadership.
Right.
That's better
Okay.
than Jalen Green.
Okay.
That's all. If you talking about leadership now,
Okay.
and Elysian, I'm gonna get to Pastor because he's pulling up. And on
Mhm.
top of that, we just plugging and playing efficiencies. We just plugging and playing, shot selection, playmaking,
Got it.
IQ
Got it.
for this team. Hey, Pastor, what up, Elder?
Cool.
What up, Elder? Elder putting up on the back end. What up, Elder? Pastor Rufus, what do you do?
Hey
What it
man,
do?
what's going on? How y'all doing?
I'm good, Pastor. I'm
Hey,
good.
what's
We
good?
good.
What's good?
What you got on
Hey,
this topic, man? What you got on you been hearing since you put up, man? You can start
I
off
ain't
from there.
really heard much, man. Just y'all were talking about Whitmore leadership from KD, stuff like that. That's all I heard. I've been big on KD's not a vocal type of leader. He can't like put the team on his back and lead them, you know what I mean, to a chip. But his leadership comes from just like showing up every day, being a gym rat, being a professional. That's where he's gonna lead. They're gonna still need Fred Van Fleet, and guys like that. The veteran guys that's on the team in the other way. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
yeah,
You good, you
y'all
good.
gonna need. They're gonna need them guys to do that. Um, Cam Whitmore. I mean, look like they finna trade him, right?
Yeah, what the reports are is he's involved in some type of speculation talks. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can. The Lakers got about 5.6 million left, and I don't know. I think Cam's make like four. So they would be able to absorb him. They can't absorb Jock Landale now because that was the two they were trying to trade for Durant Finney-Smith. But they already got Aiden and Laravia and all of that. So that's why it's just Cam, and that'll save y'all whatever Cam's salary is. So it's a complicated thing when you got 7 teams involved in a trade. But pretty much they're just going to move him, consider Dorian Finney-Smith a trade, a sign and trade. Y'all gonna eat, not eat, but y'all gonna, with your cap space, eat about, yeah, because he making 13, right? Dorian Finney-Smith, so y'all gonna eat 9 million of his salary, in your cap space, and then the other
And
four
and, and
go
we added
go on the trade.
Capella. So John Landale's
He
and
gonna
John
get
Landale's
waived.
he gonna get waived. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna waive Landale because they got to do it by the 7th, but they don't have
They
any
just
money
did.
left.
They just did, Elder.
Oh, did they? Okay, yeah. I said they're gonna have to
Yeah.
waive him. Yeah, they're gonna have to waive Landale, and then whenever he come off waivers, he can go wherever he wants to go. Probably get. I can't see anybody giving him more than the veteran minimum right now because all the money gone. You know what I mean? All the centers. Look at all the centers that have signed, and I'm kind of. If I'm Landale, I'm a little pissed because they just cost him a little bit of money. That little delay. He could have had 8 million, but now he's not gonna get that. Because if he would have forced them to release him, well, no, that's right. No, I'm sorry. He was on a non-guaranteed, right? Yeah. So he had nothing. No, I'm sorry. Forgive me. No, he was on a non-guaranteed $8 million. So he had nothing. He fine. He'll just get picked up by somebody. Somebody will pick him up. He's good enough. Shit, I hope the Lakers sign him. Shoot, I told you I like Jock Landale. I like him. I
Oh
would
yeah,
not
yeah.
mind having him as our third center, especially if we can get Horford. But Cam Whitmore, I'm excited about that if we get him. That's
Let me
more
ask you this,
wing
Special.
depth, more athleticism, more scoring off the bench. He fits a lot of needs for the Lakers. So if we can get him, I'm excited.
We was discussing early on, like, is it a possibility? Because I know you locked in on the contracts and how that makes sense of it. Cam Whitmore and Dog Connect type of swap. Can that work?
No, because they're not trying to put Dalton Connect in there. What they're trying to do is save y'all some money on the Durant Finney-Smith. And then y'all will hard cap yourself so you won't go over more because Dorian Finney-Smith will be a sign and trade, and y'all will be getting a sign and trade player. So y'all not getting a player back. Y'all actually got too many guys now. So y'all trying to get rid of players. That's the thing. So no, it's not like y'all finna get Dalton and do a whole new trade. They're just gonna add him. They're gonna trade him for Dorian Finney-Smith, and $9 million of Doran's contract will be eaten up in the cap space. The rest of it will go to the Lakers. That $4 million in the trade.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how that's gonna work. So y'all not gonna get another player back from the Lakers. The trade guy is Dorian Finney-Smith.
Okay. 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 Now I see. Man, what else we were talking about was the uncertainty of Cam Whitmore's, saying Houston overall. And I feel like what you've been here all year long, so you understand like what we really dealing with Cam Whitmore, his attitude, his presence on the court, his, saying everything he provides for the Rockets right now with Ime Udoka, bringing in Kevin Durant on some winning time. Do you see the Cam Whitmore being that guy coming off the bench, the spark plug, or do you feel like he should be a starter? Like, how do you feel about that overall? Yo?
Right now, because of what has happened, I think Cam should be a six man, is what he should be. And what you should do is allow him to come in and do what six men do. Six men, real good six men, all you care about them doing is coming in scoring, changing the pace, high energy. Like the guy with the pace, that little dude, you see how he comes in and just changes everything, but he got the green light. He got the violet green light. Like he can shoot that thing 10 times in a row. Nobody's going to say nothing. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the kind of scorer Cam Whitmore can be. He's so athletic. He's such a good offensive rebounder. He's high energy. He could be a little better defensively, but the good thing is you can tell he has the tools to be a good defender. He's got the lateral movement, all that kind of stuff.
Right,
So
no question. No question.
he got to be motivated though. So I think the best role for Cam Whitmore is like a six-man role right now. Let him come in, go to work, show his skills, and then teams can assess. Well, we saw this, we saw this, we saw this. He played 24 minutes. He put up 18 points. Blah 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 blah. I mean, he's a bucket a minute because right now he's playing like 12 minutes, getting 9 points. I mean, that's incredible. If you playing 12 minutes a game and you scoring 9 points a game, y'all, that dude is a walking bucket. That's almost a point a minute.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, the role. And then, hey, if Cam come in and start locking down defensively and all that, and things happen, I could see a team starting Cam at the two guard or at the three, because he's what, 6'7", 6'6",
Mm-hmm.
6'7".
6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and with his hops, he might as well be 6'9". So I could, no, serious. I mean, who's more athletic than him in the NBA? I mean, that dude, man, that dude
Nah, he
fly.
is. He's old type. He has
Yeah,
his size, the girth. You know what I'm saying? His mentality is
yes,
like I ain't no pushover type of character. So he has all the
yes,
tangibles. You feel
You
me?
yes.
said who's more athletic than him in the league right now? Like you
No,
said,
just in that position,
no,
coming
no,
off
no.
the
Pastor
bench.
said that. He said who's more athletic than him in the NBA right now?
Yeah, he's right there is what I'm saying. He's in the top
Okay.
echelon of athletic people. You know what I'm
So
saying?
where do
Like
you
that,
value?
there's nobody in the league heads and shoulders just whoa. He's way
That's
more
fair.
athletes than
Yeah,
Cat
yeah,
Whitmore.
yeah.
That dude's in the top 1% of athletes in the league. So let him go to work. And see, when you define his role
Uh
and
huh.
he knows what he's gonna do, that may help him mature. A lot
Well,
of
I
these
gotta.
guys struggle maturity wise mentally, but the biggest problem they have is they're not playing. You look and you're in practice, you're going against these guys,
Thank
and
you.
in your mind, you're killing these dudes every day, but you're not playing. That messes with a young player. And then your money's on the line. So you're like, damn, I'm not getting an opportunity to make this bread. So Cam wants to go to a situation because now it's contract time. He only got one more year before he got to get
Elder, I
re-upped.
agree with you, Pastor. I agree with you, Pastor, real quick. And I feel like
Uh-huh.
the Rockets and Cam Whitmore's timeline might be on some different waves, right? He
Yeah.
wants this and they want that, and we on some KD 3-year window, and we want you to be a
Right.
role
There
player
you
off the
go.
bench for us. Now with
Yeah.
Cam Whitmore, yes, it makes hellified sense if we was in Steven Silas era,
Correct.
but right now
Yeah.
I don't feel like that he's trying to catch up to par for what Ime Udoka wants from him because of his talent level and what he can provide from Ime Udoka. So he might want to showcase his talent somewhere else.
Can I phrase it just a little bit different than the way
Okay,
you
yeah,
did?
go ahead, boss.
Go
You got it.
ahead.
Because everything Pastor said, I agree with. But Green came back with the perfect rebuttal. It's just I think timing is everything. And the Rockets right now are not going to prioritize him over the goal of winning a championship, bro, because the window is not open. Like, listen, we got KD for a year. If he reloads, cool. But this window ain't guaranteed to be open, bro. You seen Boston, you see what happened in
Thanks.
Indiana. And so, Elder, I agree with you, bro. The kid's talented.
Uh-huh.
And how do you
Oh, yeah.
value high IQ, understanding? And then you says that he just needs to be motivated. What do you mean? Shouldn't he already be motivated? I mean, that's an issue in itself, right? Like, why does a young kid
No,
have to be motivated?
no. What I'm saying about why he's not motivated is because
Yeah.
he's in practice. He's probably killing these guys in practice, but
Okay.
he's not getting the reward what he feels. Now, mind you, the young folk think totally different. He probably believes, I'm going by what I believe Cam is thinking. He
Okay.
believes he's good enough and he's done enough to earn more minutes. Then he's in games where he sees opportunities like, yeah, this is the perfect time for me to get in there and do what I need to do to help the team, and he don't get it. So
And
that
then
is
they
what
put
will,
Jock Landale in the game before him. So
yeah,
there it
and
is.
Yeah, but
that's
Josh
what'll
Landale from a different
frustrate.
Come
position.
That's
on,
what
bro.
will.
And then
That's
they
what.
gonna put an old ass Jeff Green in the game before him. And
Yeah.
then you put an
What
Aaron Holiday in the game before him. What are
You
you
Right,
know
talking
what? Hey,
right.
about?
check this
what I'm
out.
saying
Elder,
is,
you finally agree with me. Someone on
Hey,
the panel
hey,
come in and agree with me.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
Thank you,
me and
Elder.
Elder.
Hold
Elder
on,
don't
hold on,
Thank
agree
you,
on
y'all.
a
Hold
lot
Elder.
of
on, y'all.
shit,
Hold
but
on.
Thank you,
we
Elder.
Yeah, I
dead
know.
spot on
Elder.
this one.
Elder land
Thank
real
you,
quick
Elder.
though.
Thank you,
Land.
Elder.
all I'm saying is, but see, we knew this problem was going to happen for Houston because they had too many young guys and not enough minutes. We knew this. Somebody was going to get this shaft. We talked about this well before the season last year. Somebody had to get it. There's just not enough minutes in an NBA game. So at the end of the day, you got a 20th pick invested in him. You didn't do this to your third pick. You didn't do this to your fourth pick. You didn't do this to your second pick. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot less invested in Cam Whitmore than you do Jalen Green, than you do Reed Shepard, than you do Jabari Smith, all these really high draft picks. Even Sengun was 16. You see what I'm saying? So I get why Houston did what they did. And old boy, old school. So if you ain't just doing exactly what he tell you to do, he gonna throw you to the end of the bench, and the team is deep as Houston. So what Cam needs is an opportunity, and that's why I'm not only excited for him going to the Lakers if that's where he's going. I actually think it's a good opportunity for him because see the Lakers, they got no pressure by the owner to win this year. They already talking 2027. They trying to get past LeBron before doing anything. So you got like a year and a half, 2 years to
Yeah, if they doing
showcase
that, Elder,
yourself.
if that's the
Hey,
case,
listen,
Elder,
Elder,
that's a
thank you.
good
I've been saying
situation
this for
for him.
two
Hold on,
hours
Hog.
on this
Hold
stream.
on,
I've
Oh,
been
have
saying
you
the
Hog.
been?
same thing for
Hog.
2 hours on this stream, and finally someone come in here and agree with me. Mr. Moss, you don't get it. You don't get a second chance to
Hey, yo,
redeem
ma.
yourself after you
I didn't
slandered,
hear what he
after you
said.
oh
I didn't
slandered
hear what he
man.
said.
Bump that
Hey,
shit
hey,
down,
I
Mr.
didn't
Moss.
hear what he said.
Hey,
Nah.
listen, hey,
Elder, but
Elder,
real
Mr.
quick.
Moss came in
Pause
here.
is
Hey,
crazy,
I'm
Elder,
man.
tired of
Mr.
hearing.
Moss came in here and slandered the man's name, slandered his mother's name, and called him every dirty word in the book.
Hey
And now
yo,
he's trying to
Huh?
come in here and agree with you.
hey,
Elder,
hey
Mr.
Green,
Mars,
Moss,
I want to
Mr.
ask the elder a
Mars, you talk
question,
about the
man.
man's mama, Mars,
Hold
Mars, you talk
on,
about the
Nah,
Haas.
man's
Hold
he
on.
mama.
ain't
Slow
do
down.
none of
Slow
that.
down,
Nah.
Haas.
Hey,
Man, what you talk about the man's mama for, man? What she
Nah,
do?
he ain't do
talked
none of
about his
that. He
woman,
just
talked about everything. Hey, I got a question
Man,
for Elder. Hey,
what she
Elder, let me ask you
do?
something. Hey, Elder, I understand. I understand how you would want Cam to come to the Lakers or whatever. But if you were in the Rockets position, would you just fold him up and put him in your back pocket and keep him, bro?
You actually can't right now. You got to get rid of money. You can't. You got to do something. You either got to trade him or release him. You can't just have him there because now you're going to pay a tax. And here's the thing. You're going to pay a tax on a guy that you don't even plan on paying? See, owners ain't doing that shit. You're not finna have $4 million on the books. Then you finna pay $8 million in tax to sit him on the bench. No, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna move him. one way or the other. They're going to move him. They don't have the luxury now because of the way they structured their team to just sit on guys. They don't. That's your guys that are your veteran minimums at the end of the bench. Those are the guys you can do that with. You can't do that with Cam.
Hey, Elder, let me ask you a question. If they get rid of Cam Whitmore, who's the bucket getter for the Rockets coming off the bench if they get rid of Cam?
I mean, they're gonna hope that it's Reed Shepard, that it's what's his name, Aaron Holiday. They're gonna hope that it's Tyra Eason. Hold on, Tara Eason. Hold on, bro. They re-signed Tate. They got guys that can score. They got guys that can play, bro. The Houston Rockets. Hold on, bro. Houston Rockets are still probably one of the deepest teams in the NBA, bro. They still are, regardless of Cam.
Bucket getter coming off the bench, just like you said.
But again, if he don't fit their system, it doesn't matter. And what matters is how Ime thinks about him. And it's obvious Ime not high on him because they're trying to move him.
If we're giving all this leeway to Ime, then maybe Ime
No. Hey, hold on, Hoss. Hold on, Hoss. We knew at the beginning of last year, a minimum of 2 of these guys had to go. We said that. Now we can't trip that it's Cam Whitmore and he's talented. All of these dudes are talented. But we knew somebody had to go. You just can't re-sign all 7 guys. Even with discounts. And guys are taking discounts. But you can't re-sign all of them. We already knew that. So we can't get mad now that Cam is the guy that's got to go. We can't. We can't get mad. We knew this. We knew it. And it's probably going to be another one go within another year. If Reed don't develop, they may look to move his tail.
I'm looking at him, Pastor. I'm looking at Reed
Shepard. He got to play.
I think it might be. I think it might be Tari, bro.
But Tari's a liability. That's why his contract.
No, didn't they just resign Tari Eason or no?
No, not yet. That's why I was about to say. Hold on, hear me out real quick. I was about to say that Tari Eason is up next for an extension because we extended Jabari and Tari Eason was in the same draft class. So we you know what I'm saying, looking at that. You signed Durant finney-smith, so I feel like he's an insurance policy. So we looking at Tari
Not
Eason.
4 years, bro. Hold on. I got to disagree with you, Greenleaf. Mm-hmm. Not when you give a man a 4-year guaranteed contract. He is not an insurance policy.
It's 3. The 4th one is a
okay.
Is an option.
Even 3 years, bro, is not an insurance policy. An insurance policy is somebody that's on a 2-year contract with a team option on the 2nd year. That's an insurance policy. 3 years guaranteed. He ain't no insurance policy. He's on your team.
I was gonna say like you can utilize Durant finney-smith because you don't know the health injury issue with Tari Eason scenario, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? And then you bringing in a replacement for Dylan Brooks, 3-and-D playing position. Cam Whitmore, you don't know. He's a 3rd-year guy, and we debating about a guy that needs more playing minutes. And we paying all these guys. They not gonna just get paid and just sit and let Cam Whitmore smile and dunk on a nigga and like, I'm that nigga. Like no.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to Reed Shepard, I feel like Reed Shepard is gonna get the more development factor going into next season, pals.
Yeah, because you need that at the guard position, at the point guard. You got to make room for him and see what you got, because look what you got invested in him. He's a 3rd pick. He's probably making $10 million a year, $11 million a year at the 3rd pick. Oh, boy's only making 3.9 or $4 million. That matters, y'all. That really matters. And that's why I said for Cam, it's better for him to go now. It's better for him to go somewhere, even if it wasn't the Lakers. It's better for him to go now so he gets an opportunity to showcase himself before he's stuck after next year in a restricted free agency. See, then you got to go out, find a team that loves you, pay you. Then they get the players hate restricted free agency. They hate it. They totally hate it. So he needs to go showcase that now, impress somebody, and then some team, boom, put the offer for
Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, look at Jonathan Kuminga right now. The same situation happened with him in Golden State, but because he outplayed his contract and he was so valuable, they just sat on it. And now look at him. Nobody's going to make an offer. There's no money left. So he's going to be stuck. He's going to be stuck playing on that shitty contract for Golden State this year. And guess what? He ain't a part of their future.
Team. Right.
All they're going to do is try to hopefully wait and trade him. What they should have done is try to sign him, I'm sorry, they did, y'all. Remember, they tried to sign him to a team-friendly deal. Matter of fact, they
Yeah,
offered that dude $30 million a year, and he
30
turned it
million a
down.
year. Uh-huh.
So it's actually on Jonathan Kuminga. I think he should have took that. But see, Kuminga knew me taking that money on a short term, really a 2-year, because it was a 3-year, 90 mil, something like that, team option third. He's like, you gonna trade me. That's all you're doing. You just giving me this money so that you can get value for me. You can get $30 million in players back instead of he was a 7 pick, so instead of $9 million in players. You see what I'm saying? We want to get our value for you. So same thing Phoenix did with Ayton. I think the Rockets would have done better last year doing this trade at the trade deadline, because you could have got more value for guys. Now you stuck getting rid of guys or paying tax, and these teams ain't just trying to give away money. Because the tax, you know where the tax money go, right? Y'all do know where the tax money go, right?
It goes.
Does it?
Back into the NBA.
Yeah. When you pay tax, do y'all know who get that money?
Who that?
The
Who gets it,
NBA.
man?
The
No. Every
teams
player.
that
The
they
smaller
take
market
all
teams.
the teams, not small market, all the teams that pay tax, they put it in a pot, and then they divide it by the teams that don't make the playoffs. So they get a check for you paying the tax. That's how it works. So you finna give free money away to the other teams. No, owners don't want to do that. Now you
So
win
why
the
would the
chip,
Rockets?
yeah, you'll pay the tax. But if you ain't guaranteed
I
the
think
chips,
the
you're not
Rock.
trying. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, no, you good, bro. Only thing I feel to say, bro. I think the Rockets did it right. I think Phoenix was asking too much at the trade deadline. I think they held their cards to their chest, and they waited. They waited to the offseason. Now listen to what KD said. KD said a better deal can get done for both teams, whoever was involved, which we already see now. The hindsight being 2020, it was the Rockets probably was the front runners at the line last year.
You breaking up a
And
little bit,
KD
J
knew
Dog.
that, and all players know that. Okay,
I think
I'm driving, bro. Can you hear me
I
now?
think
Am I better?
yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. I think the deal could have got worked out. Now I agree, it probably is better
Mm-hmm.
this summer because you only gave up 1 first-round pick. I think you could have got it done with 2 first-round
Mm-hmm.
picks, and maybe a couple seconds, and the same players. Honestly, I don't think y'all had to give up Jabari.
But
I think you could have got it done.
this the thing. I think they wanted to see what Jalen was gonna give them in the playoffs. I think they won. I think the jury was out on Jalen, and it got deliberated after the
Yeah,
playoffs.
J Dog, yeah, you already know.
They came back with a verdict. They came back with a goddamn verdict
That nigga's
after the
guilty.
playoffs.
Hey, I was
He
about to say,
guilty,
man,
goddamn.
we were arguing all year, trying to
Yeah,
get this nigga the benefit of the doubt. I always say, hey, man, wait till the playoffs, man.
we
We
was
don't know who.
trying, bro.
I said, we don't know what we're gonna get. Elder,
We were
come over here,
trying, bro.
Larry.
Elton
Like, bro,
Hey,
I
y'all
was
Texas.
got
trying,
y'all
bro.
wish. Hey,
I can't.
I wrote to
Hey, Larry, yeah,
y'all
all y'all guys, bro.
y'all
And I was
stay,
right.
bro.
You was right,
I
yo.
just, y'all was right, bro. Y'all was right, but I just wanted to give him, the playoffs, bro. You know, he a young player. I just wanted to see what he got, bro, in the playoffs, and he showed me, he wasn't, he ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? And hey, hindsight being 2020, y'all seen it before I was able to see it, bro. I just wanted to give him the chance to show. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's it.
But yeah, we all had our takes about the Jalen Green as far as, you know, like his capabilities, because he has all the talent in the world to be that guy. But we all know that he's not ready. He's not ready yet. He's not ready yet.
No,
He's not ready yet.
he
So
not.
I'll take a 37-year-old
I don't think
KD
he focused. I
producing
don't think
50,
he
40, 90 right now.
Absolutely,
He
bro.
ain't
I'm
focused.
gonna be real with you, bro. I don't think he committed and focused, bro. Basketball, Jalen got too much going on, bro. He just got too much going on. It's just too much shit that ain't got nothing to do with basketball. He got going on outside of basketball, bro. And I listened to an interview his trainer gave. You know what I'm saying? His personal trainer did the interview. Jalen moved his personal trainer here from California, bro. And his personal trainer, from all accounts, bro, I'm listening to the interview, that he kind of got reservations about Jalen's commitment to winning at the highest level, bro. based on his work, the work ethic. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hey,
He worked
J-Dog,
out.
that's
Yeah.
J-Dog, I don't want to cut you off, OG, but
No, you good.
it's gonna be exposed outside of a winning team. When you got a good team around you, you're gonna
True.
look a
That's true.
certain way. That's why you
That's
average 20,
facts.
21 points per game. So it's gonna be exposed on his merit in you know what I'm saying, Phoenix. Just like
Right.
KD. His, you know what I'm saying, his individual stats is more valuable than Jalen Green's stats on a losing team. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So at the same
Right.
time, we gonna see that side of what Jalen Green's, you know, gravity is. But when it
Right.
comes back to this dude, Kevin Durant and Elise and all these guys want to argue with us by bringing KD over here, we ain't gonna win shit, bro. We ain't saying we're gonna win. I'm not saying we're gonna win the championship, but we in contender mode.
True.
Shit, you know, Denver got better, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
All these
Yeah,
top
man.
OKC, we gotta beat them to beat them. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
The Lakers, they trying to do some things. They was a
Yeah.
top three team last year. Dallas, until Kyrie come back, I ain't taking them that serious. But they gonna be a good team. But
Yeah.
for us, I think we won off season, and at the same time, man, with this Cam Whitmore situation, bro, Durant finney-smith, he's a better predictable player as far as win time mode.
I think he fits in what we want to do right now, Green. And like you said, bro, and elder, you know, to encapsulate what he said earlier, bro, it was it's spot on for his talent and what he's able to bring to a team. But getting drafted, man, you know, on the phone with Cam, talking about MA, hey, I need that motivation you got from being the 20th pick to go towards. I want you to unleash that on the NBA, bro. I want to see that. I want to see that. Show everybody you was a lottery pick, bro. And then when he came in and was working, and the team and MA gave him what he needed to work on for his game to get better and do things better. Yeah, he's a point a minute, but I also need you to play defense. It's all about buying in. MA know the boy can scope. That's why MA told him, I don't care about your scoring, Cam. I need you to be able to buy in to our rotation, buy in to your one-on-one defense, buy in to the team aspect of what we're trying to do as a unit. Charles, please, bro, give me a
No, go
minute,
ahead.
bro.
Go ahead. I thought you were finished.
No. Hey,
I'm
J-Dog,
about to finish.
can I talk to you real quick though, J-Dog?
Yeah.
Man, hey, fuck all this new analytics bullshit. He may trying to bring that real back. Play defense. If you got that guy on your team that can go get it, go get it. Bring that real shit back, bro. We seen it, you know what I'm saying? We've seen it in this era of NBA with OKC and Pacers. You just need one guy and everybody else around you to really go get it like that. As far as a team.
Can't be a
Bro,
selfish. It can't be
I
a
love
selfish.
where
It
it's
can't be a
going, man.
selfish situation, bro. It
Not at
cannot be a
all.
selfish situation,
Hey,
bro.
Greenlee, can I get my final take for the night?
For the night, niggas.
Yeah, so let me just say this, because look, I'm as old school as they come. I love old school coaches. I love them to death. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, and Elder touched on this a little bit, and I agree with Elder on this. That negative reinforcement. That's a big old school coaching mentality, right? Negative reinforcement. You got to be hard on the brother. You gotta work him. You gotta grind him to the bone, right? But here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. The great coaches who are old school negative reinforcement guys, they also have some positive reinforcement too. You need a little bit of positive reinforcement too. And so if I were to criticize Ime, he might be a little bit too old school. He don't know how to balance that with a little positive reinforcement. And the Elder touched on that, saying sometimes you got to give Cam a little positive reinforcement. Let him cook a little bit in the game.
Calm down, but look, House, it depends on who the player is. Sometimes, yeah, positive reinforcement is a thing. But this is the thing, bro. Depending on the mentality of this guy, you might have to break, bro. Listen, bro. You have to break a player with that high ego shit. You feel me? And he has to conform into the way of doing things because you know that way works. He hadn't done nothing at the highest degree. He ain't no champion. He ain't led nothing. You know, even at Villanova, bro, he was the best player on that team, but his ass was hurt. He hadn't showed. The only thing he showed was he's a high athlete. He could score, and his ass was was top tier boys in the athletic ability. As far as anything beyond that, Cam Newton hadn't showed nothing else, bro. He can score the ball. He's a high level athlete, and he has a great ass determination.
Hey,
His
J-Dog,
game, but
you
anything
break you.
beyond
Hey, J-Dog, you breaking up, OG. You breaking up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Hey,
yo,
Torian,
I
what's
just
up
pulled
with
up.
it,
I just
Torian?
pulled up at the
say Green Leaf. Let me say this right quick, man.
What's up?
Elder man, I owe you an apology, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, you were right about the KD thing. Obviously, I mean, everybody was right. Everybody knew the Rockets wanted KD or Giannis. We knew they were both going to try to, we were going to try to get everybody. But you had, you pulled the straw on it being KD. Um, and then I was right about the fact that if we bring KD in, we can't get rid of Fred VanVleet. So I just wanted to give you your cards on that, man. You know what I'm saying? You called it all year long, really. Because you kept saying Rockets got to get KD, Rockets got to get KD. Overall, I think it was a good move.
Yeah,
You know,
he was elaborating on that. We
elaborating
need a
on that.
go
We need
to.
to go
We need a
to.
go
We
to
need to
guy.
go to that.
We need that number
The
one.
number one.
No, you got an echo
Got
here.
it over here.
But that's what they really was, some harping on. We need a go to guy. You need that number one option because Jalen and LP ain't it. Armin Thompson on the come up, and he does everything besides shoot the ball at a high clip, whatever the case may be. LP and Jalen shoot it at a high clip like that. So that's why I bring it back to House. I would say we do it by committee, but I want to get to Torian real quick. Torian, what you got, Torian? Sloop.
Yeah, can you hear me right now?
Yeah, you good, bro. What the hell happened to? Can y'all hear me? J-Dog. J-Dog, you there? The fuck? Hey, Mr. Mars, you there, bro?
I'm still here.
Hey, what you got, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can hear
Name
you,
drop
bro.
niggas and they fall out, bro. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
What y'all got over there, man?
Hey, my mic sound better. I think I had the thing open on the other count.
Hey,
Hey,
Torian, what's
Torian,
up with
what's
it?
up with it?
You got the
Yeah,
echo, bro.
yeah, yeah. I'm back. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything anybody said because I think I fell out, dropped out or something. But yeah, I just want to keep Cam for the foreseeable future. There's no reason for us to let him go right now. It's still kind of early.
I mean, I don't know, man. We if
I mean,
we in
because it's not like.
if we
Oh,
in
sorry. Go
contention mode,
ahead.
but Torian, I'm just saying this because we in contention mode and I don't want to play around with no development when you got Reed Shepard who needs to develop as a top 3 pick going forward to fill in the spot when
Mhm.
Fred VanVleet up out the way. He's 30 plus going forward. Reed Shepard 20 going forward. Like you want him to get the real reps of what an NBA championship heavy minutes is really built like. You know what I'm saying? It's no reason why the Rockets is bringing back Aaron Holiday, and Jason Tate and they're two guys that handle ball duties, creation duties. So Cam
Yeah.
Whitmore is that guy. Not Cam Whitmore. Reed Shepard is that guy going forward for them. But Cam Whitmore is the guy that can get you buckets if he's placed in the right position. But what if he's not satisfied? How the game going? Is he going to play defense? Is he going to block shots? Is he going to rebound? Kick it ahead? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Settle down a pace. Is he going to do that
Yeah.
or just, sniggle and giggle because he got a dunk, fall on the court, not get back on defense. You feel me? Like things like that. Like Ime Udoka. Like we can say all what we can say, but at the same time with the Rockets, Ime Udoka, Cam Whitmore off the bench, he has to buy into that role. Point blank. Period. In my opinion.
Yeah, I understand that, and it's just it also depends on your Doka's coaching. Are they going to institute like some new offensive schemes to make the game easier for everybody for the whole team? Because it's one thing to do heavy ISO with Kevin Durant. I'm kind of worried about that. They're going to fall in love with the Kevin Durant ISO ball.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna fall in love, but I think it's gonna be a beneficial factory for the team. But Cam
Yeah,
Whitmore is not like we didn't utilize Cam Whitmore like that, so why do we trust it if we trying to get better as a team off the bench? Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. He's solidified.
Yeah. I know Kevin Durant. He
So
can play in any system. So yeah.
right. So you can clear the space and say KD go to work. So all you niggas, I mean that's too aggressive. I would say everybody that feel like that the Kevin Durant scenario and the ISO situation, and they fear for that factor that we gonna utilize him as that position. I don't feel like we should do that because of what the makeup of the team is. We gonna do it by committee. Kevin Durant chose us just like everybody else chose us as far as Ime Udoka. They know and understand as a basketball player, they understand what he's trying to do. You have to have some defensive type of mentality going, like first and foremost, defense wins championship. And let the offense control what the offense control. We seen the finals, we seen some crazy finals with some weak, mediocre teams get to the finals and get to a 7-game series. Without no go past Al Siakam ain't no goddamn Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't want to stomp on motherfucking toes and shit like that, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like when it comes to that in a game of basketball, anything can happen. But when we have that go-to guy, that go-to score, shit, a lot of shit gonna really solidify happen on that type of end. You feel me, Torrent? Like I'm just saying, like, damn.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I just I like Cam Whitmore Wonder. I like Reed Shepard because Reed Shepard, he was a rookie last year, so of course he didn't prove anything. So I have more faith in Cam Whitmore than I have in Reed Shepard right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
tough.
it.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
tough. It's gonna be tough. With Reed Shepard, hey Mars, you there, bro? Hey, EF Hoodie, what you feel about Cam Whitmore? What you feel about Cam Whitmore move?
I just think that
Not my bad, not Cam Whitmore. Reed Shepard, my bad. Reed Shepard.
I just think that Reed Shepard's skill set is, it's at a premium. It's harder to find. Obviously, Kevin Durant makes statements about 6'2", 6'2" and underguard not being at a premium and being hard to win with. But when you have the kind of skill set that Reed Shepard have, I think it makes you stretch the floor. It makes you very dangerous, especially if you know, especially when he learns how to orchestrate the offense, and if he may opens up his playbook a little bit more, get him more movement, free him up, get him open shot. But I do think that Kevin Durant being on the team is going to help reach up, to an insurmountable extent, because now he doesn't have to control the ball as much. He just has to get the ball to position, get the ball to KD, and he'll get a ton of open shots when the defense collapse. Um, I think this move to me makes Reed Shepard more valuable than it made Cam Whitmore. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But hey man, how y'all feel about what I'm saying? Before we close it out, man, Torian, EF, Mr. Mars, before we get up out of here, man, how y'all feel about the Rocket season? Going into next season before training camp about, what I'm saying, how the makeup of the team is right now. What you got,
Oh
Torian?
yeah, I love it right now. Getting Clint Capella back. He's one of my favorite centers of all time. Just good defensive center to still get up a little bit, not like he used to when he was playing with Harden. But man, that really surprised me getting Clint Capella back. So I'm looking forward to it.
What you got, EF?
Gotta make you mad. My bad, Greenleaf. I got to do it to you, bro, because I got to do it.
What happened, man?
This could be almost like a tanking year for us. If you
A
really look at
tanking you, man.
it,
Hey, you trolling now? What
I'm
tanking
not,
you?
bro. Listen to me though, bro. KD played
Nah,
50.
bro. You just tanking year, dog. That's something from a contending year, bro. So
No,
I gotta think.
hey,
The
hey,
hell you
I,
talking about?
I gotta keep it a bean, bro. Listen, it could be a championship year. Don't get me wrong. If all things go right, but Fred VanVleet missed a considerable amount of games last year that cost us a lot of losses. Jabari Smith missed a considerable amount of games last year that cost us a
Yeah,
lot of
but they
losses.
back. They back though. They
I
back
know,
though.
but it's been consistent over the years. Fred VanVleet and Jabari has missed games. Kevin Durant played 56 games, I think, last year. If Kevin Durant misses 56
Oh,
games,
you scared of the injury shit, really? You
I'm
scared
scared of
if we
I'm
gonna get
scared of
injured? Injuries a part of the game. You scared on that fact.
no, I'm
That's what you talking about.
all I'm saying is if all things go right, we can win a championship. If 2 out of 3 things go wrong, we can literally fall out of the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
And goddamn, man, we ain't played the preseason or some league game. Y'all boys talking about
My
all
bad,
that
dog.
already, bro. Like, come on, man. Goddamn, man. Y'all more fearful than we had when we had Jalen Green, man. We're like, what the fuck?
My bad, bro. I had to
What the
do
hell
it.
going on? Y'all niggas ain't confident in Kevin Durant, what he can provide for the team, man. Y'all don't believe in LP no more. I ain't heard LP on this stream. I always stream long. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a Cam Whitmore stream, but he's a factor. You feel me? Jabari came up more than LP. Y'all don't trust the LP game with Kevin Durant? What's going on, bro? Because that Giannis shit ain't solidified yet. Y'all scared Giannis gonna come to Houston?
I trust LP and Armin, bro. And I think that this year would allow Reed Shepard to make surmountable strides, bro. I believe in all that. But I just looked at it and I said, hey, if Kevin Durant played 56 games or less, that's 30 games that he don't play. Who's going to be the scorer? Like us? Who's going to be the scorer? Not off the bench, but if Kevin Durant is not starting, who is our scorer? And that really gave me a pause. And I said, well, we'll see. Hopefully our defense carries. So it could go either way. I mean, I actually think we'll be back
That's
at like
crazy, yo.
3 or 4
That's crazy, yo. We had Jalen Green, who averaged 21 points a game. We had KD. No Dylan Brooks. Hold on. I gotta put you on mute. I gotta back to you. But what I'm saying is, yo, it's crazy how like KD come here and guys are still skeptical and scary. Like we not gonna be contender mode. Like y'all can say this shit slightly, but y'all not really going in on what it is like I was last year when we were debating who the best player on the team is as far as Jalen Green or LP. I'm pretty sure everybody know that Kevin Durant is going to be the best player on this team. So, like I was saying last year, can LP buy into what his role is? Can you shoot over 55% from the field? Can you shoot over 30% from the three with a Kevin Durant? If not, it's going to be some movie made again. But
and
either here or there going forward. So at the same time, with Kevin Durant coming to this team, Durant is still Clint Capella. You got a lot of liability. Steven Adams. You got to echo.
My bad.
I gotta put you on mute. But that's why I'm just saying about the totality of the team. Like, yes, Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant already proven that he's proven everything more than anybody from your starting point guard to your fourth string center. So when it comes down to that, what does everybody else makeup is? I know we talked about Cam Whitmore. I know we talk about all that, and it's a stream to come. Go ahead, yo. You got it.
I agree with you, man. I'm in an empty room. That's why I sound like that. Now, I agree with you. I believe that we'll be, 3 or 4 seed. And as long as we get any kind of healthy team going into the playoffs, I believe we at least make the Western Conference Finals. I believe that. And I'm just saying, it is a possibility that 2 guys can get hurt at different times that cost us a lot of wins. And it could be a very ugly year. We know how people feel about Fred VanVleet after about 10 games. I want Rockets fans to just not want to trade him after 10 games. You know what I mean? That's stuff like that.
I mean, at the same time, I want to see the makeup of the whole team, but it's not gonna just be about what we feel, because if he's on the team, he's on the team. He has to go out there and provide and show us, yeah, he's worthy of being a starter or being in a position of having starters minutes, right? So if we see that, are we gonna come up here and say, man, hey, bro, Cam ain't it, and we on some winning time? We 12-1. You feel me? Like, and at the whole time, are we gonna put in perspective why the team really won? Because I am. You feel me? I am. So at the end of the day, bro, the basketball conversation of the makeup of the team has to be shifted. It can't be by how I feel, what Greeny feel, or what everybody else feel. It's about what the realistic conversation is with Kevin Durant being on his team, Ime Udoka being on his team, how the Rockets are going, all in as far as this year, as far as being contenders. Period. And if y'all want to handcuff Cam Whitmore when y'all wasn't handcuffing Jalen, when he has a better trajectory as an overall NBA career player, then like I'm just like tricked out how y'all feel about the whole Rockets in totality. If we trying to win, bro. Fuck Phoenix, fuck Brooklyn. They don't know they ain't never know what it takes to get it done. But the Rockets know what it takes. Timothy Fertitta know what it takes to be a winner. You know what I'm saying? Raphael Stone came up with Darren Moore, but he know the game. Kevin Durant, 2-time MVP in the finals, and Fred VanVleet is a champion. Jeff Green is a champion. He made Joker been to the finals. Outside of them, who else been to the finals that can say anything to know how this team needs to be built up and the character of the team needs to be? From the bench players, role players, we don't need no microwave ass emotional players off the bench now to be in their feelings because they're not made up to be a starter or be a microwave player off the bench. If you're doing that, cool. But if you're not being a microwave bench player, scoring wise and things like that, are you playmaking? Are you making the defensive stop? Are you 6'7", nigga? So let's get it. You feel me? Let's get it. So
100%.
at the end of the day, man, that's just how I feel, man. We're going on 3 hours. I'm about to sit the stream down, bro. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Salute to the chat. Salute to hold on, I think I got some cash apps. Shout out to Andre in the cash app with the five dono. He said, put me in on that bit. Man, I even forgot about the bit, bro. I ain't forgot about the bit. Niggas ain't want to stand on that shit. Hey, shout out to DJ Generation in the cash app. He say been out the country showing love. Hey, salute to your DJ Generation, man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. But we on some win time mode, man. Any last words before we get up out of here? Any last words from anybody? If not, hey man, y'all enjoy y'all day, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. It's your boy Greenleaf Exclusive, and we out here, fam. Peace.
Peace.